Anthony Matthews, a 6'5", 225-pound right-hander, 25-year-old from the state of North Carolina, pitched collegiately at Western Carolina, 8th-round pick of the Twins 3 years ago. Matthews came up last year, made his major league debut with 9 starts that did not go well for Minnesota. This is his 7th start this year, and he comes in with a 4.97 ERA. So a guy that in his young career has about a 6 ERA in the majors. The Red Sox with a real chance to get the offense going again here today. And that's what we saw yesterday from the Red Sox offense. They put up 8 runs, and we saw, starting with, say, Don Rafael in the 3rd inning, we saw everyone getting involved with that airplane wings celebration, a nod to the turbulence on Sunday's flight into Minneapolis that we've talked about all series. So the Red Sox offense hoping to put that on display more today. Roman Anthony strides toward the left-handed box. Zebby Matthews climbs atop the mound on a hot and hazy day at Target Field. We're ready to go. And for the play-by-play, here's the voice of the Red Sox, Will Fleming.
A delight to be with you, as always, Mike, as the Red Sox look to take this game and this series from the Twins. What a spark Roman Anthony's given the club in the leadoff spot. He's in, Matthews throws, and Roman takes a ball low, fastball, and we are underway. 12:11 p.m.
Temperature
77 awesome degrees. Time and temp brought to you by Hatfield. Better care, better pork, as Roman fouls a 1-0 pitch on the third base side into the seats, out of play, and it is 1-1. Roman leading off for the 4th game in a row, and in his first 3, all he's done is get on base in 8 of his 14 plate appearances. So composed. Got the batting average way up now to 275. He pops this one into shallow left center field. Harrison Bader to his right is over to make the play, and actually that thing carried pretty well. A little pop-up that just had some lift on it. And he gone, 1 down. Mike told you, Zebby Matthews, it's been a long and winding road. He's not had great overall numbers, but he does have an electric fastball. And at times in the minor leagues, and even occasionally in the big leagues, fastball strikeout ratios are just unbelievable. Here's Abraham Toro. Late add to the lineup for Bregman. There's the good fastball, and Toro swings and misses. 96, and it's 0-1.
And Matthews coming off a good one. This guy was once a top 100 prospect.
Ground ball to first, but foul. Cody Clemens played it off his right hip, but Toro yanked it outside the line. So quickly 0-2. Clemens at first, Castro at second. Brooks Lee, who's had an enormous series. He's at shortstop with Royce Lewis at third. Carlos Correa, all kinds of trade rumors swirling around him. He is not in the lineup today. Coincidence? I think not. 0-2. Toro pops one into shallow center field. Actually going to be on the infield dirt left of second. Weak contact for the Red Sox to begin. 2 down. That'll bring up Jarren Duran. Bello waiting in the wings. He'll have the bottom of the first. First responders develop cancer at a higher rate than the general population. Boston Firefighters Credit Union reminding all first responders to get checked. 2 down, bases empty. Here's Jarren. He takes a strike. Fastball right there. And it is 0-1. He's 8 for his last 19, Jarren, with power. 2 triples, 3 doubles, a homer in that 5-game run. 1-0. 0-1 is fouled at the hands. And it's quickly 0-2. It's a good slider from Matthews. Jarren of late has been an on-base machine. Something just got into his eyes. He asked the home plate umpire, Lance Barrett, for time. Matthews made a start in a doubleheader against the Red Sox last summer and pitched very well over 4 2/3 as Duran swings and misses. He's gone on a slider, and the inning is over. Not much going offensively in the top of the first for the Sox. Twins to bat in a scoreless game. Bello to the mound. On the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
A mochi moment from Tara, who writes, "For years, all my doctor said was eat less and move more, which never worked. But you know what does? The simple eating tips from my nutritionist at Mochi. And after losing over 30 pounds, I can say you're not just another GLP-1 source. You're a life source. Thanks, Tara. I'm Myra Ahmed, founder of Mochi Health. To find your Mochi moment, visit joinmochi.com.
Tara is a Mochi member compensated for her story.
I'm Rhett.
And I'm Link.
And we're the hosts of the podcast Ear Biscuits. We're just two lifelong friends who've been talking about life for a long time.
From being dads to businessmen to all the random things we experience, nothing is off limits.
And now we're talking to you. We're answering your questions, giving advice that you may or may not want to take, and listening to your hilarious stories.
So leave us a voicemail to be part of the show at
1-888-EARPOD1 on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide Free and Gentle provides an excellent Tide clean, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues like dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on your skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
Your burger is served, and this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. Its sweet profile perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger.
That is one perfect combination. Burgers deserve Pepsi.
We're right back to the Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI.
Brayan Bello on the mound for the bottom of the first inning. No score, Sox and Twins. Trevor Larnach, left-handed hitter, crowds the plate. Bello throws, and Larnach takes a beauty on the outside corner for strike one. Bello has lost 2 straight starts, but actually, on balance, he's been really good for a span of 13 starts. In none of those has he allowed more than 3 earned runs. He really figured it out, the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Now that was one of the great changeups he's thrown this year to a lefty. It was 88, but he's figured out how to command it, the release point, the grip. That was nasty. Diving away from the lefty, and it's quickly 0-2.
2 pitches. Let's not make a mountain out of a molehill, but fastball dotted away at 95, and the good changeup, which is, like you said, very encouraging.
Mountain out of a molehill. What is it, 1975? 0-2 from Bello to Larnach. Here's the pitch. Drive into deep right field, but it's off the end of the bat, and Abreu has it just in front of the warning track. Out number 1.
Would you call me an old soul?
I would. That's one of the things I love the most about you.
That's fair. All right.
Golly jeepers, there's one down as Brooks Lee comes in.
This is brought to you by Ovaltine. That's what the old broadcast back in the 50s sounded like on the radio.
Get your war bonds now. Here's Brooks Lee, left-handed hitter. Abraham Toro at third, Story at short, with Cedon at second and Romy at first. The pitch is fouled back by Lee, who hit 2 two-run homers yesterday, 1 from each side. The Billy Miller special. 10 homers now, 43 driven, and usually when Bello looks like this early, it means good things are coming. 0-1, 1 down. Ground ball softly to second. Cedon played it beautifully. Throws to first in time. Kind of a weird hop, but Cedon started left, then came in. 2 away, and as Cedon has played there more lately, he's just getting more and more comfortable in the position.
Totally agree. I mean, Alex Cora is open about it, that he doesn't want to take Cedon Rafaela away from center because he is that good. We've all seen it. We all know it. But I do think Rafaela's looking more comfortable at second.
Christian Campbell's been very hot down at AAA. He's at second base today. For the Woo Sox, here's Cody Clemens. Pitch is a little bit outside. There are rumors linking the Red Sox to other second basemen in the game. They know that that's an area where they could upgrade. First base 2. 2 down, bottom 1, scoreless. Duran in center, Abreu in right with Roman out in left. 1-0 pitch, outside. Fastball to Cody Clemens, and it's 2-0. Arbella Insurance Foundation, dedicated to striking out cancer by supporting the Jimmy Fund. Every strikeout from a Sox pitcher during this year, Arbella donates $50 to the Jimmy Fund. 2-0. Pitch inside. That's a ball. So he's fallen behind Clemens 3-0.
You're talking about second base. It's been 8 days since Marcelo Meyer hurt his wrist and left that game in Philly, and we haven't heard much by way of updates.
Shrouded in mystery, that whole situation. The 3-0 is outside ball 4. So that's a 4-pitch walk. Disappointing for Bello. That came out of nowhere. So one down, here's Ryan Jeffers. The best speculation that I can offer is that it has everything to do with the looming trade deadline tomorrow. I mean, why would the Red Sox tip their hand one way or another in terms of urgency and need at that spot? Here is Jeffers from the right side. The pitch is inside. So Bello, who is cruising along, is now throwing 5 straight out of the zone. And it's 1-0 to Jeffers. 7 homers, 34 batted in. Second round pick 7 years ago. Wide open stance, bounces the bat up and down on his right shoulder. They play him to pull on the infield. 1-0. That's got to be a strike and has not called one. Whoa. Where did that miss?
6 straight, but the misses have not been huge from Brayan Bello. You obviously want to rein it in here, but not massively concerning.
2-0. 1 on, 2 out in the first. No score in mini. Throw to first. Bello threw that one over a little anger. He's got those tight little braids coming out. About 4 or 5 inches beneath his navy cap. Looking very composed on the mound. His jersey whipping in the wind. 2-0 on a glorious day. Pitch is a ball, a little low with a fastball. 7 straight misses, and it's 3-0. Hey, last year, day games were his kryptonite. He's been so much better in them this summer. Needs a strike here. 3-0. He is exactly that. Right in the middle of the plate, 95 miles an hour. And it's 3-1.
By the way, we got deals going down here Wednesday afternoon. The Angels have acquired 2 relievers, reportedly, Luis Garcia and Andrew Chafin.
Oh, baby.
It's all
changed the whole market. 3-1 is a strike. And there are reports that the Guardians want to move Stephen Kwan and Shane Bieber. Yandy Diaz continues to percolate in the universe.
Yeah, Yandy Diaz, Brandon Lau, those are interesting names with Tampa.
They both look great in Red Sox unis. 3-2. The pitch is a ground ball on the left side through past the dive of Story. Outfield's got to hurry up. Roman to his left. He gloves. He spins. They're going to wave him home. Cedon's relay throw is in time. They get him on a headfirst slide. A ludicrous decision on the bases by the Twins. Clemens did not give them a chance to send him, and they decided to run into the last out of the inning. Red Sox will most certainly take it. Great relay home from Cedon. Wow. Good play by Anthony to get it into the infield. He threw to second, assuming the Twins would not go. They did, and they paid a big price. No score after an inning. And many on the Shaws and Star Market. WEI Red Sox.
Gain Super Flings are here to take your laundry to the next level.
Talking about Gain Super Flings. Super-sized laundry packs. These things are huge. Super fresh, super clean. Gain Super Flings.
Gain Super Flings laundry packs have 4 times the Oxy cleaning power and 3 times the Febreze freshness versus Gain Original Liquid.
Super fresh, super clean. Gain Super Flings.
Gain Super Flings for next level laundry.
I'm Kristen Press.
And I'm Tobin Heath.
We're World Cup winners, Olympians, and the hosts of the Recap Show.
Every week, we sit down with the icons, disruptors, and game changers on the field and beyond it to talk victories, heartbreaks, and everything in between.
We've built a space where athletes, changemakers, and people creating the future of women's sports can show up and show off as their full, unapologetic selves.
Follow and listen to The Recap Show wherever you get your podcasts.
Choosing a bottled Starbucks Frappuccino drink that's all flavor and just 100 calories? Easy. Choosing between creamy vanilla, double chocolate, and sea salt caramel flavors? A little harder. Try the delicious new Starbucks Frappuccino light drinks. Look for them wherever you buy groceries. Start with Starbucks coffee.
A scorcher of a day is the perfect time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of bold refreshment.
Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the do.
We're right back to the Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
To the second inning we go. No score thanks to a great relay from Roman and Cedon as Trevor Story had a big homer last night. Takes a fastball outside from Zebby Matthews for ball one. Trevor, 247, now 16 homers and 64 driven in. He drives one down the left field line. This thing is way back, and it's going to get out of here. Over the top of the wall, Story, a line drive laser for a homer, and it's 1-0 Red Sox.
Absolute laser is right. Trevor Story, 2 days in a row with a home run. That was a bullet. It looked like it might one-hop the wall off the bat. But how about 111 miles an hour off Trevor Story's bat for home run number 17? And you've got guys in the Red Sox bullpen doing the airplane turbulence celebration as well.
It's so good. Trevor yesterday called it a sick celly as Wilyer Abreu digs in. He feels due to launch one here himself today. That thing off the bat, it felt like, track maybe base of the wall. It just kept on going. Wilyer takes a fastball outside in the Herb Chambers batting order, brought to you by Herb Chambers Genesis of Auburn. Now 17 homers for Trevor. 20 for this man, robbed last night, the 1-1 outside. That's the key for him. If he takes the fastball that is out of the zone and then offers it off speed, which he's seen a bunch of, he is lethal. 2-1. Pitch. Wilyer pops it foul. You'd like that one back. 95-mile-an-hour fastball, but it is well located on the outer half. So now 2-2.
Story's second hardest hit ball of the season. That was compressed.
Well, we know he can get on a hot streak. The 2-2 is rip foul. He better be careful with that pitch. Matthews, if you leave a slider in the middle of the zone to this hitter right now, it is likely not coming back. Romy Gonzalez is out on deck. 1-0 Sox. Pitch to Wilyer. High. Again, really good take. And it is 3-2. Shaws and Star Market have lowered hundreds of prices on the items you buy most. Boneless chicken, 2-liter Coke, avocado snacks, and much more. Find lower price tags aisle after aisle. 3-2 to Abreu. Pitch is strike three called. He didn't think so, and nor do I. That looked in. That's a miss from Lance Barrett. And there's one away in the second. Just going back to the way that the first inning ended, Clemens was off with the pitch, but by the time he got anywhere close to third base, the Red Sox has already initiated the relay. Here's Romy, who was looking for something else. He swings and misses at a slider, and it's 0-1. Became an easy turn and throw for Cedon, who gets credit for staying calm in the moment. Here, Romy lines one into right field. That's headed for the gap. That's a hit and more. Romy takes the turn at first, and now he will hold. Really nice job out there by Bader to shift way over to his left and cut it off before it got onto the track. There's that beautiful inside-out swing from Romy Gonzalez, and it's a one-out hit. That's what's so frustrating about the call there by Lance Barrett. The Red Sox should probably have him first and third. Instead, here now the Macho Man, Yoshida. Red Sox appear to have sort of solved this guy Matthews right now. Yoshida needs a big one to pitch. High fastball. He's the seventh batter. Is Yoshida, brought to you by Jeffrey Glassman Injury Lawyers, Boston's go-to injury attorney for over 30 years. Romy might run. He leads at first. Pitch. Yoshida loops one foul on the third base side. 220, just 3 doubles, no homers, and 41 at-bats for Yoshida. Alex Cora said he felt like he was close. We'll see. 1-1. High fly into right field off the end of the bat. Wallner has to come way in. Out goes the second baseman, Castro. He makes the play. More soft contact from Yoshida. And 2 down. Anyway, I just think so often you see middle infielders on those relays where it's a routine, normal play. Kind of let it speed up on him. Cedon did not do that at all.
Really good. And To your point, too, I don't mind the throw to second from Rowan. You're not expecting them to run into that out at home.
It was the right call. Here's Cedon. He drives one off the end of the bat into shallow left field. Coming in is Kersey. He makes the play. And the inning is over. That was a weird half inning, but Story lifts off. Red Sox break the scoreless tie. Bottom two next. 1-0 Red Sox in the Shaws and Star Market. WEI. Red Sox Radio Network.
Sometimes historic events suck. But what shouldn't suck is learning about history. I do that through storytelling. History That Doesn't Suck is a chart-topping history podcast created by me, Professor Greg Jackson. Listen to History That Doesn't Suck on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Most people would rather remove a nest of irate hornets than search for auto and home insurance. That's why the Zebra searches for you, comparing over 100 insurance companies to find savings no one else can. Compare today at thezebra.com. I think I'll wait inside.
Your burger is served, and this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. Its sweet profile perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger.
That is one perfect combination. Burgers deserve Pepsi.
A scorcher of a day is the perfect time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
With lots to do. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
Choosing a bottled Starbucks Frappuccino drink that's all flavor and just 100 calories? Easy. Choosing between creamy vanilla, double chocolate, and sea salt caramel flavors? A little harder. Try the delicious new Starbucks Frappuccino light drinks. Look for them wherever you buy groceries. Start with Starbucks coffee.
Hey Boston, it's time to finally honor those who built this city. Catches Law and the Greg Hill Show want you to nominate a hard-working hero, whether they build, drive, or care for our city. Go to WeBuildThisCity.com and nominate today.
The Greg Hill Show, weekdays, 5:30 to 10.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
We go to the bottom of the second, thanks to Trevor's Story. The Red Sox lead it 1-0. Brayan Bello started sharp, then wobbled a little bit. As a lead, here's Willie Castro, maybe his last game in the Twins uni. He pops one into shallow right field on the first pitch. Willier drifts in and makes the play. Beautiful efficiency from Bello. One pitch, one out. Subaru of New England scoreboard. Already good news in Baltimore. Ryan O'Hearn has hit a homer. And the O's trying to hand the Blue Jays a fifth straight loss. They lead 3-2 in the bottom of the third.
It's amazing from the Orioles. I mean, there's people wondering about Adley Rutschman's future, and yet they're rolling right now.
Hot at about the worst possible time. I think they probably still do need to trade away O'Hearn and Mullins and all those guys because they're so far out of it. They played so poorly for the first 3 months. All of a sudden, Tyler O'Neill is red hot. Gunnar had a big hit yesterday. Here's Royce Lewis. Pitch grounded toward third. Toro nicely to his left. 2 pitches, 2 outs. And throw across the diamond. That's more like it from Bello. You just feel it with these Twins. It's such a typical case of a team that knows what's going on around it. I mean, that's why they take a huge unnecessary gamble and send Clemens home. That's why guys are pressing, swinging early, making weak contact. Got to take advantage of where they are. Here's Matt Wallner, left-handed hitter. Pitch, strike on the inside corner. It says on the video board if he could play anyone in a movie, he would want to play Adam Sandler. It should sort of be the other way around.
I'm not sure that's what they were going for.
Here's a foul. Back to the screen. Like, wouldn't he want Sandler to play him?
Also, Adam Sandler doesn't really play himself.
Like, what's he doing? Like going around having coffee in New York, playing pickup basketball games?
Yeah, that'd be it. Happy Gilmore, too. I was watching that on the flight.
It can't be good. 0-2. Bello is ready. He throws. High fly and a deep left field. This thing's smoked. Back at the track, Anthony looks up, and it is gone. The price is wrong for Bello, and we're tied at 1. It's going today. I mean, that was just a little fly into left. 4:03 for Wallner. We're knotted at 1.
The pitch was not horrible. It was a breaking ball from Brayan Bello that he was trying to find the back door with. Looked to me like it was off the edge, away from the left-hand hitting Wallner, who just went the other way with it, and that thing did just keep carrying.
It's disappointing for Bello. Here now, Harrison Bader. He's very much in trade rumors. He swings and misses at a fastball. This guy is an enigma. Super talented defender, can run, occasionally hits for power. Yeah, well, as you say, Mike, Bello's not unhappy with that pitch. That's good location. 0-1. Pitch. Swing and a miss. That's a good sweeper. And it's 0-2, but he just can't stick anywhere. The Cardinals thought he might be a future centerpiece, but moved him to the Yankees. He did not deliver there back in his home area. He's just been around and around and likely to be dealt before tomorrow. 0-2. Swing and a miss. He got a nice bounce back by Bello, and actually really didn't make any bad pitches in the whole inning. Bader spikes his helmet disgustedly. We go to the third inning in Minneapolis. 1-1 the score. Shaw's and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox.
What We Spend is a new podcast that explores something we almost never talk about. Every week, you'll hear a different guest share everything they spend their money on. What We Spend is available now on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Radio Network.
Metal roofs. You're thinking about it, and for good reason. One roof for life. So what's holding you back? With Interlock Metal Roofing, you're getting the last roof you'll ever need. Backed by over 25 years of trusted experience, thousands of homeowners have made the switch. So buy now before prices go up. Visit NewEnglandMetalRoofing.com. Get a free quote. One call, one roof for life. Call 866-733-5811. NewEnglandMetalRoofing.com. Never re-roof again.
Hey, it's Lou with the scoop on your chance to win free groceries for a year. When our hometown team hits a Grand Slam, you could win. Thanks to Shaw's and Star Market Grand Slam Summer Sweepstakes. Now, I can't win because, you know, I do the commercials. But you could. Just check your receipt for an entry code when you spend $50 or more and pick up participating items like Coca-Cola 12-packs. Details and official rules at GrandSlamSummerSweeps.com. Shaw's and Star Market, proud to be the official supermarket of the Red Sox Radio Network.
A scorcher of a day is the perfect time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
With lots to do. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
Connor Wong, you're listening to the home of the Red Sox, WEEI.
Connor Wong leading it off as we go to the third inning, 1-1. And for the play-by-play, I don't know whether he likes Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore better, but Adam Sandler, enjoyer himself. Here's Mike Monaco.
Pitch is up to Connor Wong, and it's ball one. Matthews fires, and the pitch misses high again, 2-0.
Yeah, Veronica Vaughn.
That's exactly the line I was going to say. Come on. That Veronica Vaughn. A home run on each side so far. 2-0 pitch. Wong swings and he loops one into shallow right. Tough play, falling fast. Wallner comes in. The first baseman goes out and cannot make the catch. It bounces down right at the chalk, landed fair, and Connor Wong all of a sudden is an extra base hit machine. He's got a leadoff double to begin the third inning in a 1-1 game. Cody Clemens ranged out from first, nearly made a fabulous play. But Connor Wong, fresh off that first extra base hit of the season Friday at Fenway against the Dodgers, has another.
Somebody learned how to putt. Connor doubles in the last couple games. Beautiful read there. He was thinking two all the way.
And now back to the top for Roman Anthony. Wong at second, nobody out. And Zebby Matthews' first pitch is inside on the edge for strike one to Roman, who flew to center his first time. Red Sox and Twins in the finale today. Waist high set for Matthews in the 0-1 is outside, a ball and a strike. The third inning is brought to you by Citgo. Here's a club you'll want to get into, Club Citgo. Download the Club Citgo app now and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill up. The 1-1. Anthony takes outside, 2-1. Time now for the New England Chevy dealers question of the day. Together we drive. Today's question at Sox Booth on Twitter. If the Sox were to get a top-tier starting pitcher, which outfielder would you most be willing to trade? 2-1 is swung on and lined over second into right field. A base hit. Roman Anthony. Wong gets a stop sign at third from Kyle Hudson as Roman Anthony smokes one to the pull side and right. And the Red Sox have the first 2 on in the third inning here in Minnie. Nice piece of hitting yet again from Roman Anthony. And it brings up Abraham Toro.
Well, now it just continues to sort of percolate. Such a fun time of year. Adrian Hauser has had a breakout year for the White Sox, scratched from his start today, so maybe the White Sox close to something there.
We've seen a lot more of that, scratching guys in recent years. Here is Toro, first pitch, and it swung on and popped up behind home plate, but that'll fade off foul, 0-1.
By the way, I don't think it's a coincidence that guys like Ryan and Kelly are both scheduled to start on Friday, the day after the deadline.
The Red Sox right now themselves have a TBD on Friday. Runners at the corners, 1-1 the score in the third. Matthews 0-1. Swing and a pop-up, and that'll fade off foul as well beyond the Red Sox third base dugout.
Well, if Bello goes deep and they don't need him, Cooper Criswell's a good fallback option for Friday, but Joe Ryan would look pretty good at Fenway.
Sure would. By the way, speaking of acquiring a top-tier starting pitcher, we gave the question, and the options are trading an outfielder. Duran, Abreu, Rafaela, or not going to happen, Roman Anthony. 0-2 is down, 1-2 on Toro.
That might be the first time in our poll that one option gets 0%.
I'll say this, it better get 0%.
Seriously.
He's been special here the last month. Red Sox trying to reclaim a lead that lasted only a few minutes. Runners at the corners, 1-2. Toro takes high, 2 balls and 2 strikes. So the deals and possible deals in motion. Carlos Correa, you mentioned, is not in the lineup for the Twins today. Left yesterday's game with reported dizziness. Matthews spins and fires to first, and Anthony belly flops back to the base.
Been a lot of speculation about whether a reunion for Carlos Correa, who's out of the game today, with Houston could be possible. Jeff Passan came out and said that the sides are very far away from a deal.
2-2. Toro swings and rolls it foul, first base side.
Question is, before he made that news, Passan, did he make a business decision about whether or not to eat super spicy food?
We had such a great conversation with Jeff Passan in Kansas City. He's preeminent newsbreaker.
He can't handle it, but he says it's almost always worth it.
2-2. Up high. Full count on Abraham Toro.
What a good dude he is.
He is. Razor sharp.
And that's the only real source that you can kind of trust when things are swirling around.
Got my mobile notifications on Twitter on for Jeff Passan year-round. At the corners for the Sox. 3-2. Swinging a foul off the catcher, Jeffers. Carlos Correa does keep an offseason home in Houston, so you could at least understand the intrigue, but getting up there in age, the contract is not the most appetizing. All of that part of it. Zebby Matthews comes set, the stocky righty ready with a 3-2. Swing and a line drive pulled foul deep down the right field line by Toro. And a ball scorched, and it stays 3-2.
Yeah, the Astros are up against that tax threshold. They've gone over a couple of years. They got money coming off the books. I hate getting into the weeds on that, but that is part of it. And that's another thing about the Red Sox. They got a ton of room to operate.
Clear of that Raffy money. At the corners, nobody out. Another 3-2. Swing and a pop-up foul. Third base seat, second deck, and Toro will see a 10th pitch in the plate appearance after he fought off 97 away. There's been a lot of this from Abraham Toro these last couple weeks out of the All-Star break. Did pop to short his first time today in the top of the first inning. Now in the top of the third at Target Field. 10th pitch. Toro swings and lines one into left field, falling fast, diving pit in left. Kersey makes the catch. Long tags and scores from third on a sharp lineout that's a sac fly from Abraham Toro. And the Red Sox are back in front 2-1 in the third.
A great AB and awesome base running by Wong. He read it perfectly. And because Kersey had to dive to make that play, he had no chance to throw home. Excellent on both ends. What an AB from Toro.
10 pitches, fouled off 6 pitches in the plate appearance. Kersey made the diving play. Anthony's still at first, and here's Jarren Duran. First pitch, swinging a comebacker, hot shot up the middle. Lee at short gloves, taps the base for 1, throws to first, in time for 2. Quick end to the inning for the Red Sox in the top of the third, but not before they re-grabbed the lead. 2-1 through 2.5 at Target Field on the Shaw's and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Sometimes historic events suck. But what shouldn't suck is learning about history. I do that through storytelling. History That Doesn't Suck is a chart-topping history podcast created by me, Professor Greg Jackson. Listen to History That Doesn't Suck on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Morning decisions. A creamy mocha frappuccino drink? A sweet vanilla? Maybe a smooth caramel or that white chocolate mocha. Whichever you choose, delicious coffee awaits. Start your day with bottled Starbucks Frappuccino drinks. Pick up a bottle near you wherever you buy your groceries.
Your burger is served, and this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. Its sweet profile perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger.
That is one perfect combination. Burgers deserve Pepsi.
A scorcher of a day is the perfect time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of bold refreshment.
With lots to do. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
Well, look at you and the things you're doing to try to get an invite over to your neighbor's pool. You're mowing their lawn, you're power washing their house. How about telling your neighbors, like yourself, you may have money coming to you don't even know about from findmassmoney.gov. I could see you sitting poolside, telling them they may have unclaimed money from a forgotten savings account, uncashed payroll check. Enter your name or your neighbor with the pool's name at findmassmoney.gov. Findmassmoney.gov. It's fast, easy, it doesn't have a pool, but it's free.
Take Boston sports with you wherever you go. Download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Day baseball for Brayan Bello and the Red Sox, who lead 2-1 to the bottom of the third, and his first pitch to Deshaun Kersey is on the inside part of the plate for strike 1. Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center is the official hospital of the Red Sox, providing first aid at Fenway and supporting Red Sox scholars. BIDMC.org. Bello's 0-1 comes inside with a cutter. Ball and a strike on Deshaun Kersey, who is 9 for 75 this year. 2 home runs, including in the opener here on Monday. Bello only works out of the stretch nowadays. His 1-1. Cut and a miss. Really good changeup down and away. 1-2.
Pitch is working for him.
They felt like that was the case after his last start. And more encouraging signs with that changeup for Bello today. Gave up the home run in the second, but then responded with a strikeout of Harrison Bader. Bello's 1-2. Kersey takes down and in. Bello's gotten a lot better in day games. Back in 2022, he had a 5.52 ERA in day games. In 2023, a 6.94. Last year, big jump, got better, 4.09, and this year, a 3.19. 2-2. Kersey swings, rolls a comebacker that Bello stares. He looks down at it, gloved it, and flips to first to get Kersey. And there's one away to begin the bottom of the third.
Changed his routine, and I thought what Alex Cora said before the game was hilarious. Somebody asked him, I think it was Chris Cotillo, like, what's different about him right now? Why is he better in day games? And Alex said, he's got little kids.
2 kids, got to get up early.
I can relate to that. It's totally true.
Base is empty, 1 out. Here's Trevor Larnach, the leadoff man. First pitch, up and away, ball 1.
Because last year he felt lonely. He didn't have his people. It hurt him. I think maybe there's an in-between, right? I'm like that. You get out on the road, you're like, why is my body waking me up at 6:45 every day?
We were done at midnight. Why am I up early? 1-0. Larnach takes a pitch that just misses down. 2-0. Yeah, Alex Cora got a ton of laughter. And then he waited and waited. And he said, guys, this is real. Yeah. Wait until you have kids if you don't. Sox up 2-1 in the third. 2-0. Larnach swings and saws one off foul, third base side.
And then Sean McAdam had one of the lines of the year talking about Chris. He said to Cora, you might be waiting a while.
Poor Cotillo catching strays. They're not even strays. They're like direct hits, I should say. One out, base is empty. Day game Bello fires, and the pitch is outside. 3-1 on Larnach, who flew to right his first time. But in all seriousness, Brayan Bello has pitched a lot better, as those numbers show, in day games last year and even better this year. 3-1. Larnach takes down ball 4 and a 5-pitch walk from Brayan Bello. That's his second free pass issued so far. And a 1-out base runner for Minnesota. Well, looking for a warm, vibrant community for mom and dad, River Spring Living truly feels like home. We've seen firsthand the care and connection that makes it so special. Schedule a tour today at riverspringliving.com. That's our rivalry report. Yankees at home tonight, 7:05 Eastern against the Rays. First pitch is up and in to the switch hitting Brooks Lee in the left-hand box. And ball 1 from Bello, who has fought his command some here in the first 3 innings. 1-0. Lee swings and he rolls it foul right at home plate. A ball and a strike. Will Warren's on the mound for the Yankees against a name that's been rumored as a possible trade departure for the Rays, Zach Littell. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how much the Rays deal. Is it those top tier pieces or kind of the Littell mid-tier pieces? The 1-1. Swinging a high fly ball into center. Jared Duran moves back. He's got room. He's under it. And he makes the shoulder high catch for out number 2 in deep center as Lee is retired for the second out in the bottom of the third.
Well, I think Eric Neander, who runs the Rays, does such a great job balancing. And oftentimes when they do decide to sell, they get big pieces back. Now, having said that, they're also the organization that traded away both Christopher Sanchez and Joe Ryan. So you can't win them all.
Right, when they acquire a guy like Jeffrey Springs and he blows up, you feel like they win them all, but they really don't. They are excellent, of course, in their deals. Here's Cody Clemens, first pitch, down ball 1 to the left-hand hitting 3-hitter.
I do think most teams, and I've heard this from GMs, like if they're in trade discussions with the Rays and some of their young pitchers come up, it's like confirmation to not move them because they see something that that team should be able to unlock.
They're so good at it. Red Sox up 2-1 in the third. The pitch is down. A fastball from Bello that misses. 2-0 on Cody Clemens. League leaders and who's circling the drain are presented by Drains by James, Eastern Mass's leader in residential and commercial drain cleaning and pipelining. DrainsByJames.com. They give a poop about your pipes. 2-0 up high. Bello frustrated with himself with a cutter that's up 3-0.
He should be. I mean, this is something we've not seen from him, where kind of a throwback to some of those day games where the command goes and he can't find it for full hitters and sometimes full half innings.
Man at first, 3-0. That's outside, ball 4. So a 4-pitch walk to Cody Clemens, who's walked twice. Bello's issued 3 walks in total and 2 in the last 3 hitters, and that is an automatic visit from Andrew Bailey, who jogs out of the third base dugout.
Well, and what's weird about it is that all of the walks have been 4-pitch walks. It's gone off the rails and he's not able to get it back in, which is something he did as a younger pitcher, but that's discouraging.
Well, first and second with 2 outs, and it'll bring up the cleanup man, Ryan Jeffers. We're talking about league leaders. In the American League, Tarek Skubal leads all pitchers in ERA, qualifying starters at 2.09. Garrett Crochet is second at 2.23. The big news pregame was around Garrett Crochet that he's going to be pushed back a couple of days. He's going to start either Monday or Tuesday in the Kansas City series at Fenway. It's not an injury, it's just workload management for a guy who continues to have big upticks in innings pitched. Last year with the White Sox and on pace for even more this year with the Red Sox. Alex Cora said it was something that had been talked about Crochet got approached about it this week, and they're good to go. Bello in some trouble here. 2 on, 2 out. First pitch is in for strike one with a sweeper to Ryan Jeffers. I think it makes sense for Garrett Crochet. Sounds like he would rather pitch full go 100 pitches with a little extra rest than normal rest and something like 80 pitches. Righty against righty. 0-1. Swinging a roller foul to the Sox third base dugout, 0-2.
I love it. And this is something that Alex said they've been talking about for a long time. And that makes so much sense to me. By the way, they've pushed him some. I mean, he's gone well over 100 pitches, I think in like 6 of his last 9. So why not give him a little break?
Red Sox up 2-1 in the third. Bello's 0-2. Swinging a liner foul. First base seats. Defensive swing from Ryan Jeffers.
John Heyman is now reporting that the Phillies and Red Sox are the 2 teams most heavily involved in the Yohan Duran sweepstakes.
Interesting. Bello's 0-2 again. Swinging a line drive into center field. Falling fast. Rafaela goes out from second and makes the catch. Cedon does it again, this time from second on a falling ball into shallow right center, and Cedon ran it down. The Red Sox maintained a 2-1 lead after 3 in Minneapolis on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
You know how you always want to know about everyone else's money? Well, then listen to What We Spend, available now on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Your burger is served, and this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. Its sweet profile perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger.
That is one perfect combination. Burgers deserve Pepsi.
At some health systems, cancer care can make you feel like a number. At South Coast Health Cancer Care, you're more than a diagnosis. We offer the most advanced treatments and the latest surgical advancements, led by a connected team of experts who not only see your cancer, but all of you. Because healing isn't just medicine, it's compassion, it's connection, it's care that knows your story and walks along with you. We are South Coast Health Cancer Care. Visit southcoast.org/cancercare.
A scorcher of a day is the perfect time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
With lots to do. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
Choosing a bottled Starbucks Frappuccino drink that's all flavor and just 100 calories? Easy. Choosing between creamy vanilla, double chocolate, and sea salt caramel flavors? A little harder. Try the delicious new Starbucks Frappuccino light drinks. Look for them wherever you buy groceries. Start with Starbucks coffee.
First responders are 9% more likely to develop cancer and 14% more likely to die from it than the general population. As a first responder, what are you doing to mitigate this risk? What are you doing to keep yourself safe? Boston Firefighters Credit Union is reminding all first responders to get checked. If something feels wrong in your body, get to the doctor. Early detection saves lives. You are the first line of defense against this threat. Head to bosfirecu.com for more resources. Sponsored by Boston Firefighters Credit Union.
Jones and Keefe.
Weekdays 10 to 2.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
The first pitch of the fourth inning is a strike to Trevor Story. Red Sox up 2-1 on the Twins in this top of the fourth, 0-1. Swinging a roller to third and foul from Story, 0-2 against Zebby Matthews. Story, Abreu, and Romy Gonzalez in the Herb Chambers batting order. Sponsored by Herb Chambers Ford of Braintree and Ford of Westboro. Boy, that was a fine catch by Cedon Rafaela on a sinking ball into right center in the last half inning. Cedon's got the iPad up in the third base dugout. 0-2. Story takes down and away. He makes great plays in center. We know that. In his last couple of starts at second, he's made some dazzling plays. The double play on Sunday against the Dodgers at Fenway. 1-2. Outside, 2-2 on Story. His middle infield partner today, Trevor Story, roped a home run to left field in the second. 2-2. Story swings and pulls one on a line into left field. A base hit over the jumping third baseman Royce Lewis. Story motors to second. Kersey's throws not in time. And Story's got 2 extra base hits. His first 2 trips today. A leadoff double to begin the 4th inning. And Trevor Story's bat is ascending for the Red Sox. 2 extra base hits yesterday. 2 more today for Story. And the Red Sox are looking to add on in the 4th inning. Line drives and lasers from Trevor. Brings up Wilyer Abreu. Nobody out, first pitch. Abreu swings and he pops it up. Left side of the diamond onto the shallow outfield grass. And the shortstop, Brooks Lee, makes the catch for the first out in the inning. So that 2nd inning home run from Trevor Story came off his bat at 111 miles an hour. Will and I were both saying it looked like it might one hop off the wall. We say that because here's what the deeper numbers say. The launch angle from Trevor Story was tied for the lowest launch angle in his career on a home run. 17 degrees. Here's Romy Gonzalez. First pitch is a strike down the heart of the plate. 0-1. Red Sox 2, Twins 1. Top 4 at Target Field on a hot and hazy summer afternoon. 0-1. Gonzalez takes down and away with a slider. 1-1 from Zebby Matthews. Romy smoked a single his first time, inside out the opposite way in the second. Righty against righty. The 1-1 to Romy. Outside, 2-1. The 4th inning is brought to you by Cars for Kids, the easiest way to get rid of your old car. Donate today and your car can be picked up tomorrow. Donate now at carsforkids.com. And of course, cars with a K. 2-1 Red Sox. 2-1 pitch. Gonzalez takes a strike. He thought it was below the zone. He looks back at the home plate umpire, Lance Barrett, all kinds of frustrated. That was like 2 or 3 inches down.
He's missed a couple really bad ones. That's not even close to a strike.
Instead, 2-2 on Romy. The pitch is down. Scraped the dirt. You could hear it. Called the ball 3-2. There was a pitch a couple days ago in an Orioles game that was truly like middle. And it was not called a strike. And everyone was in disbelief over that. Man at second, 1 out, 4th inning. 3-2. Swing and a foul back from Romy.
ABS cannot come soon enough. And that's, by the way, right there. That's what makes Romy such a good hitter in these spots. It's obvious right there. He's trying to go inside out just like he did last night. And last time, shoot it the other way.
On a pitch up and in, fought it off. Now the 7th pitch is swung on and missed, strike 3. Romy fans on 97 elevated from Zebby Matthews with that special fastball Will mentioned. It's a strikeout for Zebby Matthews, his 3rd, and there's 2 gone in the 4th. So it brings up Masataka Yoshida in the Herb Chambers batting order, sponsored by Herb Chambers Chevrolet of Danvers. Masa flew to right his first time. First pitch, Masa swings and he pops it foul down the left field line and out of play. 0-1. Masa is trying to get going. Still has not walked in 42 at-bats since coming off the injured list. Man at second, 0-1 is a strike. Pinned to the inside corner at 97. 0-2 on Yoshida.
It's kind of a classic case of a guy, when you join a season midstream, it's just not easy.
Press the bat on the left shoulder, now holds it upright. Story at second, still 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Masa chases a slider diving down. Whoa. And then the tag was not applied on the drop third strike. So Masa reaches first. Story moves to third on a pitch in the dirt. Ryan Jeffers was right behind Masataka Yoshida, tried to tag him, realized he did not have the ball in his mitt. He left it at home plate. So the Red Sox have him at the corners with still the 2 outs. I mean, Jeffers applied the tag with a glove that had no baseball in it. Wow, I've never seen that.
Me neither.
Pete Mackey, the pitching coach for the Twins, strides out to visit with the battery and entire infield.
Well, and by the way, I think Massa gets a ton of credit for just keeping on going because, he felt the tag. He has to think he's out, but he just beats it down the line. And if he abandons the base path, then he is out. And he did not look good at all at the plate, but he gets credit for that hustle.
And 2 on as we pause 10 seconds for station ID on the Shaw's and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
From the WEEI studios, 93.7 WEEI FM and HD1, Lawrence, Boston. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
That is bizarre. And Masataka Yoshida does deserve credit. Was flashing a smile over there at first base with the whitest teeth in the American League. Story's at third. Yoshida's at first for Cedon. Red Sox up 2-1 in the fourth. First pitch, and it's high ball 1 to Cedon, who went first pitch swinging his first time in the second and flew out to left. Well, here's a chance for Cedon to deliver. He tripled and scored yesterday. Had a sac fly as well. Looked a lot more comfortable at the plate. Runners at the corners. Zebby Matthews 1-0. Swing and a miss. Good fastball up at 97. And it's 1-1. There's a lot of life. All the advanced numbers say on the fastball from the former top 100 prospect Zebby Matthews. 2 on, 2 out, fourth inning. 1-1. Swing and a miss. Fastball ties up Cedon inside at 97 again. 1-2. Again, the Red Sox trying to cash in early opportunities. They had the big third inning yesterday with 4 runs. That created breathing room that the Red Sox ended up needing late in the game. It was an 8-5 win last night. At the corners with 2 outs here today. A spin and a throw to first, keeping tabs on Massa with Story dancing off third.
Love it. See what happens.
Kyle Hudson is walking about stride for stride with Story leading off at third, thinking it through with him. The set and the 1-2. Swing a little floater foul behind the plate with Massa on the move from first.
I love that too. I mean, they're not going to throw through with Story because you think Massa might be able to just get himself in a rundown long enough to steal that run.
And shoot, you get him to second with Cedon still in the box. Then a hit gives you 2. Red Sox up 2-1, fourth inning. 20 pitches this inning for Zebby Matthews. The Twins right-hander with a belt tie set. And a 1-2. Swinging a foul back to the screen on a fastball up again at 97. And Rafaela fought it off. The Red Sox with no Alex Bregman in the lineup today. Initially looked last night like he would be in there, but just wants a day off before the actual day off tomorrow to manage his quad. Throw to first, and Massa dives back to the base. So Toro in that 2 spot in the lineup. Had the sac fly line out last inning. Red Sox one more, up 2-1 here in the fourth. Another 1-2. Swinging a foul back from Cedon on another fastball living at the top of the zone from Zebby Matthews, and Cedon keeps fighting these pitches off. 3 straight fouls, and the last 2 on 4-seamers up at 97. Red Sox have done a nice job working some counts against Matthews. Another 1-2. Down and away, and Massa runs and takes second, indeed, without a throw. Jogging comfortably into second.
Even with perfect form. Just striding into second. Smart baseball.
So now second and third. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Cedon. Matthews sets, belt high. The kick, the 2-2. Swinging a fly ball lifted to right center field, but room for Matt Wallner. The right fielder circles and makes the catch, and the inning's over. The Red Sox leave 2 in scoring position, and we hit the middle of the fourth in Minneapolis. Sox 2, Twins 1 on the Shaw's and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Moms, dads, are you the parent of a student athlete? Do you want to know how to get the most out of youth sports? If so, listen to the Next Pitch podcast to give you the tools to raise an aspiring athlete. It's not simple, but we talk straight and give you the best insight there is when it comes to youth sports. We'll cover everything from nutrition and training to mental toughness and teamwork. It's a podcast you can listen to together with your kids so everyone can benefit. Follow Next Pitch on the Odyssey app or wherever you listen to podcasts.
A scorcher of a day is the perfect time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of bold refreshment.
With lots to do. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
Morning decisions. A creamy mocha frappuccino drink? A sweet vanilla? Maybe a smooth caramel? Or that white chocolate mocha? Whichever you choose, delicious coffee awaits. Start your day with bottled Starbucks Frappuccino drinks. Pick up a bottle near you wherever you buy your groceries.
Your burger is served, and this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. Its sweet profile perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger.
That is one perfect combination. Burgers deserve Pepsi.
You're listening to live play-by-play action of the Boston Red Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
2-1 Red Sox to the bottom of the fourth, and Brayan Bello's first pitch is swung on and rolled to first by Willie Castro. Romy Gonzalez scoops and flips to the covering Bello, and there's one out to begin the bottom of the fourth. Castro, Lewis, and Wallner in the Herb Chambers batting order for Minnesota, with an offense that it's not a big star power in it, and Brayan Bello trying to roll through him now, pitching with the lead again. He's at 45 pitches, and he gets Royce Lewis. Castro has only seen 2 pitches. He's now 0 for 2. And Royce Lewis also went first pitch swinging back in the second. He grounded out to third. Righty against righty, and the first pitch is a strike. Bottom of the zone with a sinker, 0-1.
Such a fun time of year, all the rumors rolling. Mark Feinsand is a guy that I really do trust. I think he reports stuff, and most of it proves to be true and correct.
0-1 is down 1-1.
And he says a source tells him that, quote, things are moving on Yohan Duran, and he could be moved as early as today.
Wow. After the hug heard around the world in the bullpen last night. The 1-1. Swinging a line drive toward the gap in right center. Abreu moves to his right and cuts it off and makes the catch on the fly for out number 2. Boy, that'd be a real interesting piece. Yohan Duran and Griffin Jacks have elite stuff and production. Alex Gorgeous happened to be saying yesterday down in the dugout pregame that there's a lot of teams in baseball that would love to have the Twins bullpen.
Well, you're not coming on the flight with us, so he can sit next to me. No problem.
All right, Yohan, take 19B. 2 out, bases empty for Matt Wallner. In the first pitch is a check swing, but he went around on a slider down, 0-1.
Well, I think what would be really exciting about that, in addition to the fact that, I mean, talk about Chapman, Whitlock, Duran. I mean, what a back end that would be with Wilson and all these other guys.
Ooh. Bello's 0-1. Wallner swings, pops it foul back our way, just to our left, 0-2.
But I think if they did something like that, it would be such a clear signal that bigger things are coming too. Like, you only get a back-end reliever if you are dead serious on adding and have a big-time push.
Sox up 2-1. Bello's 0-2. Up and away.
But I just think the Twins should deal him. I mean, to me, they're not close.
Oh, we're currently being shown on Nesson right now. 1-2. Swinging a little nubber off the end of the bat. Bello gloves it left of the mound, and he fires the first in time to get Matt Wallner as he sets down the Twins 1-2-3 in the bottom of the fourth. Red Sox 2, Twins 1 on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
I'm Jordan Robinson, host of the new podcast, The Women's Hoop Show. Each episode, I'll be joined by a rotating group of women's basketball experts to talk WNBA, college hoops, the new Unrivaled League, and the shifting landscape of the sport. The game is growing, and so are we. Listen to and follow the Women's Hoop Show and Odyssey podcast, available now for free on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
The Ford Summer Sales Event is here. Get the best deal on the best-selling trucks in America for 48 years. Ford F-Series. They do more than just get you to your destination. With top-notch capability, they're made for hauling your entire summer bucket list and finishing off your to-do list. Plus, luxurious comfort and tech for every passenger. In these trucks, the joy is truly the journey. Only at your New England Ford dealers. Based on 1977 to 2024 CY industry reported total sales.
At some health systems, cancer care can make you feel like a number. At South Coast Health Cancer Care, you're more than a diagnosis. We offer the most advanced treatments and the latest surgical advancements, led by a connected team of experts who not only see your cancer, but all of you. Because healing isn't just medicine, it's compassion, it's connection, it's care that knows your story and walks along with you. We are South Coast Health Cancer Care. Visit southcoast.org/cancercare.
Going on vacation? We're here for it. With kids who turn a back seat into a courtroom drama over whose tablet is louder, whose charger is faster, and why watching the same cartoon for the 100th time is a human right? Yep, we totally have vehicles to handle that. Because whether it's a road trip or a business trip, where your flight's delayed, your phone's at 2%, and your dinner, whatever's open, yeah, here for that too. Enterprise, we're here for it.
Hart, Fitzy, and Johnson.
Weekdays 2 to 6.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Connor Wong to lead it off. Bloop double his first time. Zebby Matthews, the Twins pitcher, throws, and Connor takes a little bit high with a fastball. 1-0, 2-1. Red Sox lead as we go to the top of the fifth. Jordan Westburg hit a 2-run homer in the fifth inning. Orioles lead the Blue Jays 5-3. The pitch to Wong. Line drive into center field. That's a base hit. Wong is heating up. A little bit off the end of the bat. He takes a big turn at first, and the Red Sox have the leadoff man aboard, flipping the lineup card over to the top with Roman Anthony. Red Sox entered play today 5 out in the division. They could be 4 out with a win and a Blue Jays loss. Make it a Subaru summer. Symmetrical all-wheel drive. Find your authorized retailer at SubaruofNewEngland.com. Here's Roman Anthony, who's singled and flied to center and has been on base in now 13 of his last 20 plate appearances. Outrageous. Pitch. Swinging a drive in a deep right field. This thing is back toward the track. It is going to get off the wall. Wong is going to come to third. He is going to be waved home, then held. It's a double for Anthony. Kyle Hudson, the third base coach, did everything he could to give Wong a chance. Anthony stays red hot, and the Red Sox have him at second and third with nobody out.
Hard to overstate how impressive Roman Anthony is. That ball is absolutely cooked. It's a middle fastball. He drops the hands and pings the high wall in right center. Came off his bat at 113 miles an hour.
Mike, he's played 43 games and he's got 14 doubles. Insane. Here's Toro with the infield in, batting from the left side. Pitch outside by a lot. And it is 1-0. He's just been a complete animal, and it feels like maybe the leadoff spot has unlocked even more in him. What a change that has been. 1-0. Toro skies one down the left field line, drifting toward the line. Over and in comes Kersey, and it's fouled by plenty. Twins left fielder gave up on that pretty early. It's the 110th pitch of the game, brought to you by 110 Grill, gluten-free dining done right.
It's a 52 double pace over a full season for Roman Anthony.
Crazy. That ball was cranked, as you said. 1-1. Toro, soft ground ball on the left side. Nobody going to come home with the infield in. Throw to first in time. I think Wong could have scored there, but infield in, nobody out. Softly hit. Why not hold? And the runner stuck on second and third. Here comes Jarren Duran. You know, for all the good things that are going on right now for the Red Sox, Alex Cora made the point. We could talk about the rain delay in the opener here Monday, but the Red Sox had first and third, nobody out, didn't score in that game. Last inning, leadoff double, didn't score. Here, 2 on in scoring position, no outs. Duran takes a strike right there. You got to find a way to get at least one here. Situational hitting needs to be better. 2-1 Sox, but trying to blow it open right here. Duran waits. Pitch. Swinging a line drive into center field, certainly deep enough, although Wong misread it. It bounces in front of Bader, and then off his leg. Wong scores. Anthony comes home. Throw to the mound, not in time. A misplay by Bader gives the Red Sox 2, and it is 4-1.
Huge. Great swing from Jarren Duran, lining that ball into center. And yeah, Bader didn't handle that perfectly in center by any means. And it's a great read by Roman Anthony running from second. He scores on the heels there, or rather, yeah, Roman Anthony coming in. Great read by him. He went halfway. He waited on it. He follows Wong to the plate. And then the Twins made a mess of that with their cutoffs.
They did. And Rocco Baldelli has seen enough from Zebby Matthews. Story a homer and a double off of him. I mean, Wong, really, on that play, he gets away with it, but he should just go right back to third base. It's a sinking line drive. If it's caught, he's going to score anyway. But he got bailed out. And not only that, Bader didn't dive, got too close to it, and it just kicked off his leg. And because of that and the great base running, the Red Sox have a 3-run lead. Pitching change and slowdown in the action is brought to you by Iservay. Rocco Baldelli going to the pen. Sox lead 4-1. The Shaws and Star Market, WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
The Ford Summer Sales Event is here. Get the best deal on the best-selling trucks in America for 48 years. Ford F-Series. They do more than just get you to your destination. With top-notch capability, they're made for hauling your entire summer bucket list and finishing off your to-do list. Plus, luxurious comfort and tech for every passenger. In these trucks, the joy is truly the journey. Only at your New England Ford dealers. Based on 1977 to 2024 CY industry reported total sales.
Having health insurance is a must-have, and the Massachusetts Health Connector has a power-packed lineup in Connect-to-Care plans that delivers. At the top of the order, lower premiums make bumpy costs affordable. The middle of the lineup is packed with low copays and no deductibles, so you can save money on everything. From an urgent ER trip to managing chronic disease like diabetes and hypertension through no-cost prescriptions. Round out the order access to Connect-to-Care plans now at mahealthconnector.org, and you have a winning team with you and the Massachusetts Health Connector.
For the second time in this series, Red Sox will see Justin Topa, right-hander. They are rolling here, 4-1 in Minneapolis. Code word of the game, Joe Cronin 4, all mashed into one. Joe Cronin in the number 4. Make sure to enter your code word in the member portal today to claim your points. This sequence at the top of the order with Roman leading off, Duran in the 3-hole. Usually Bregman between them has just been electrifying for the Red Sox. As Trevor Story comes to the plate, I do think that what Mike said a moment ago is worth spending a little time on, and that is how ridiculous Roman Anthony is right now. I mean, it's been a month and a half, and he's already playing like one of the greats in the game.
I mean, think about this. You said it, 4 games in the leadoff spot, hit by pitch triple, single, walk, walk, single walk, single double. That's all that he's done since moving there.
Here's Story, who's red hot. He takes a strike on the outside corner.
And it's 2 times a game or more he's getting on base. It's incredible. And you said it, all these doubles, again, on pace for 50-plus doubles if he were up the whole year.
0-1 to Trevor. Duran leading at second. The pitch outside, good take on a slider. It's just incredible. So, as the leadoff man, as you just said, that's now 10 times on base in 17 plate appearances. Nearly a 600 on base average. 1-1. Story waits the pitch. Outside. Little cut fastball, and it's 2-1. Topa, 39 appearances, 3.98 ERA. Not a huge arm. 2-1, good count for Trevor. Here's the pitch. He takes a ball. That was very close, just beneath the zone. And it's 3-1. More games like this, you understand why the Red Sox apparently have taken Jarren Duran off the table. 3-1. Pitch to Story. Inside, ball 4. Good plate appearance there. And the Red Sox just keep on going. It's so strange to not play on the trade deadline. I always enjoy being in the ballpark, around the club, as the energy is just so different. Here's Wilyer Abreu. 2 on, 1 out. There's a strike on the outside corner. The official score here, for whatever it's worth, just checked in with the Elias Sports Bureau, and on that play that saw that Yoshida reach on a drop third strike, they had originally scored it an error, which I thought was weird. 0-1. Pitch. Wilyer takes a strike. 0-2. It's a mental error, of course it is. It's not. I mean, a wild pitch in the dirt. It's not easy or even routine to pick that thing and tag a runner. Just because he tried to tag him, that's not his fault. The pitch was in the dirt, so it's a strikeout and a wild pitch. 0-2 is way outside to Abreu. That's immaterial to what's going on here, but we do have some people who score at home.
And how else would they find out if you didn't say it? We got to inform people.
Sometimes. 1-2 to Wilyer. 4-1 Red Sox. Topa throws. Wilyer takes way outside a changeup.
We could just do more Adam Sandler quotes. Ben Stiller was great in the original Happy Gilmore.
He was. Well, he like runs the nursing home.
Yeah, with Grandma. He just pulled landscaping duty.
What a career he's had. 2-2. Pitch. Way outside. These are just super easy takes. What's Ben Stiller's best role? Is it in Zoolander?
I loved Dodgeball.
Yeah.
Middle school was, for me, when Dodgeball came out, and that was quotable. I mean, that and Anchorman, I quoted for like a full year straight.
Your home does reek of deep mahogany. 3-2 to Abreu. Pitch is swung on and missed. He got him. Well, that time Wilyer couldn't lay off up until the full count. He didn't chase pitches away there. He does fan. And so now 2 down, and it's up to Romy Gonzalez. Really, really, really good looking. Romy is. 4-1 Red Sox. Duran the big hit in this inning. And of course, Roman Anthony right in the middle of everything again. He's doubled, either singled and struck out. He's brushed back with a fastball here. 1-0. They go to the bottom of the 6th in Baltimore. Orioles lead the Blue Jays 5-4. One 1-0 to Romy. Pitch outside. Red Sox on EEI, brought to you by your New England Ford dealers. Ford's summer sales event. Hurrying to get great deals now, including on F-Series, the official truck of the Red Sox. He's squinting out, kind of adjusting his eyes to recalibrate to the bright sunshine on this day game. Thick eye black underneath. 2-0. Swing and a miss. It's a dark forest green batter's eye. Looks like ivy. Not maybe the same variety as they have at Wrigley, but it looks like a really good visual sight line to hit here. Red Sox 4 runs on 8 hits. Jaron at second, 2-1. Outside, good take. And it is 3-1 with Yoshida on deck. What a great move for Craig Breslow to get this guy, Romy Gonzalez. Carlos Narvaez. It's not always the big ticket guys that make a huge difference. 3-1. Inside, almost hit him. And he's aboard, so now once again, Massa comes up with 2 on and 2 out. And you just sort of look around, and Craig Breslow, who is not sleeping, who's on the phone constantly, it's just one big win after another. 2 down, here's Massa. Reached on the drop third strike last time. The pitch. Swinging a ground ball. Foul outside of first. Strike 1. I mean, Romy's a great pickup. Narvaez, too. Obviously, the trade for Crochet, Wilson, Chapman, Bregman. The extensions to Cedon and Bello now looking very smart. Time will tell on Christian Campbell. He's gotten very hot again at AAA. Got to trust what he's working on here today and tomorrow. 0-1 to Yoshida. Base is loaded. The pitch is grounded on the right side, through into the outfield. That's a base hit. Duran scores. Story behind him. It's a 2-run hit for the Macho Man. And it is 6-1 Red Sox.
Well, base is loaded. Big spot for Masataka Yoshida to come through, and he got a hanging slider up and in right into his bat path, and he pulled it on the ground. We've seen a lot of pull side ground balls from Masa, but this one finds a home. It gets through. Story able to score easily as well with the throw to third, and the Red Sox can run away and get a little breathing room now here in the 5th inning.
So it's a 4-run inning, 6-1. They don't want to stop now. Really, with the off day tomorrow, you'd fully prefer to stay away from leverage relievers today. 1st and 3rd with 2 down for Cedon. Pitch is foul. He's taken some mighty rips today. And right back to the screen for strike 1. Two on, 4 in. And 2 outs in this top of the 5th. 0-1. Cedon takes way outside. That's 1-1. Ian Brown has become something of a regular listener, even while working these games tirelessly. Says, come on, it's got to be Meet the Parents.
Yeah, I just got an email from Taylor Zarzer, great broadcaster in his own right. He said Meet the Parents as well.
Yeah. I wasn't as into Meet the Fockers and the others. 1-1, swing and a miss. Do you think you're ever going to have to take a lie detector, a polygraph at the in-laws'
Meet
house?
the Parents is so good.
Just it captures so beautifully just discomfort.
What range too for Ben Stiller? Like Zoolander as well. Dodgeball. Villainous roles.
Cedon trying to be a villain right here. 1-2. 1st and 3rd. 6-1 Sox. Masa goes again. The pitch is swung on and missed. And Rafael is gone, but not before the Red Sox put up a 4 spot. Halfway home in Minnesota. 6-1 Red Sox. On the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
I'm Emma Greed, and I've spent the last 20 years building, running, and investing in some incredible businesses. The more success I've had, the more people started coming to me with questions. How do you start a business? How do you raise money? How do I bounce back from failure? On my new podcast, Aspire with Emma Greed, I'll be answering these questions and more through weekly conversations with the smartest minds out there. Listen to and follow Aspire with Emma Greed, an Odyssey podcast available now, wherever you get your podcasts.
Your burger is served, and this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. Its sweet profile perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger.
That is one perfect combination. Burgers deserve Pepsi.
A scorcher of a day is the perfect time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
With lots to do. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
Morning decisions. A creamy mocha frappuccino drink? A sweet vanilla? Maybe a smooth caramel? Or that white chocolate mocha? Whichever you choose, delicious coffee awaits. Start your day with bottled Starbucks Frappuccino drinks. Pick up a bottle near you wherever you buy your groceries.
Want to listen to WEEI on the go? Just download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
6-1 Red Sox. Brayan Bello cruising along. Harrison Bader to lead it off in the bottom of the 5th inning, closing in on a series win as Bader takes a strike from Bello.
We've got people chiming in that Heavyweights, very underrated Ben Stiller movie. Have you seen it?
No.
It's I don't know how else to say it. It's Fat Camp. And Stiller
0-1. Comebacker. Bello dives, can't get it. Story comes in, bare hands, throws to first, not in time. Romy tried to stretch toward right field. Hope Bello's okay, really lunged after that thing. Story felt like the only chance was to barehand it. Maybe a little bobble, but then he threw over. very close, but an infield hit for Bader.
Story still made a really nice play. Made it very close. Alex Cora thought about it, but is declaring he will not challenge. And yeah, Bello made a good lunge. Story kind of had to double clutch to get rid of it, but early traffic aboard against Bello from Bader.
Maybe I'll download heavyweights for the playing right home.
My favorite quote in that one is not from Ben Stiller, but one of the main characters says, "Oh, this pleases me." Eminently repeatable.
Top of the 5th inning pleased me. Here's Deshaun Kersey Jr. Pitch fouled off on the third base side. Ian got me on a meet the parents tangent. I'm down the wormhole. And it is, you pull up all these quotes. It is pretty spectacular. 0-1. You have Pothead Monaco. Kersey waits. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. And it is 0-2. Sox now 9 hits with 6 runs. Five-run advantage. Pitch is a strike on the outside corner, and Kersey is gone.
This is all because Matt Wallner said he would play Adam Sandler in a movie.
Yeah. Which I don't understand at all.
No.
But maybe Adam Sandler would play him. Here's Trevor Larnach from the left side. Ground ball up the middle into right center field. Duran races over to his left. Bader spins at second. He's easily over to third, and the Twins have him at first and third with 1 down.
That's where you want Bello to grind through things here. You just got the 4 runs in the top of the 5th. You had been smooth 1, 2, 3 on 8 pitches in the 4th. You worked around a couple of walks in the 3rd inning. It really hasn't been much hard contact at all, and certainly not since the home run from Wallner in the 2nd. And now bear down, keep the pitch count economical, and give real length today.
There's Brooks Lee, who's been their best hitter in the series. 6-1. First and third, though, for the Twins with 1 down. The pitch is a strike on the outside corner. Gaylord M. Fokker. I thought your name was Greg. 0-1. It's after he's snooping through his room. Pitch is a little bit outside. And it is 1-1.
How funny is the line? I thought your name was Greg.
It is. 1-1 to J. Michael Monaco's buddy Brooks Lee. Pitch. Ground ball to first. Roby steps on the bag, throws to second, reverse double play, and the inning is over. Well, that was important to get the tag on before Bader scored. He was pretty slow down the line. Nasty from Romy and Trevor. And because of that, the Red Sox go to the 6th inning, leading it 6-1. We might play Puff the Magic Dragon when we come back. Sox rolling on the Shaws and Star Market. WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
I milked a cat once. I have nipples, Greg. Could you milk me?
We know there's a lot that can go on during one night of baseball. Long home runs, epic pitching performances, catches that defy space, time, and gravity.
Climbing the wall. Did he catch it? He did!
But what if you could get all of that summarized in a quick, concise, and at least we think, funny podcast that's under 10 minutes? Check out MLB.com's Morning Lineup. It runs Monday through Friday mornings on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you love listening most.
Having health insurance is a must-have, and the Massachusetts Health Connector has a power-packed lineup in Connect-to-Care plans that delivers. At the top of the order, lower premiums make bumpy costs affordable. The middle of the lineup is packed with low copays and no deductibles, so you can save money on everything. From an urgent ER trip to managing chronic disease like diabetes and hypertension through no-cost prescriptions. Round out the order access to Connect-to-Care plans now at mahealthconnector.org, and you have a winning team with you and the Massachusetts Health Connector.
Your burger is served, and this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. Its sweet profile perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger.
That is one perfect combination. Burgers deserve Pepsi.
A scorcher of a day is the perfect time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
With lots to do. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
More Boston sports opinion, more often. Just download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
6-1 Red Sox on top of the Twins to the 6th inning at Target Field on a warm, humid, and hazy day. Noah Davis is on for the Twins, and his first pitch is low to Connor Wong, ball 1. Bullpen report is brought to you by Interlock Metal Roofing. Never re-roof again. NewEnglandMetalRoofing.com. 5 rocky outings this year for Noah Davis with the Dodgers. The righty into the windup in the 1-0. Down and away. 2-0 on Wong, who's doubled and singled. Will Fleming, Mike Monaco, and our favorite movies with you from Minneapolis. Getaway day for the Red Sox, trying to win this rubber game. Davis is 2-0. Wong swings and he pops it foul behind the plate. 2-1. Want to win free groceries for a year and great prizes like $500 in Shaw's gift cards? Enter the Shaw's and Star Market Grand Slam Summer Sweepstakes. If our hometown team hits a Grand Slam, you could win free groceries for a year. GrandSlamSummerSweeps.com. 2-1 Wong is a strike on the outside part of the plate, low in the zone with a sinker. 2-2. Good to see Connor get it going offensively the last few starts for him. Had the double Friday at Fenway that scraped the green. Was more than 100 plate appearances into his season before he got that first extra base hit. Leading off here, 2-2. Wong swings and he rolls one gently to third at Royce Lewis, who gloves knee high on the run and throws out Wong. And there's one away to begin the 6th inning. So it turns back to the top now for the Red Sox in the Herb Chambers batting order, sponsored by Herb Chambers Vespa Boston. To Roman Anthony, who's 2 for 3. Fly out to center to start the ball game. Pull side single hit hard in the 3rd. Absolute frozen rope double in the 5th that came out his bat at 113 miles an hour. Righty to lefty first pitch, and Roman takes a breaking ball inside, ball 1.
I think homers are coming next for Roman. Not that you need them. We'll take rope doubles into the gap, which he's been doing to both and all fields.
Here comes the 1-0 pitch to him. Inside, and it hits the foot of Roman Anthony. Second time in 4 days he's been hit on a foot with a breaking ball that got away. Also happened Sunday at Fenway against the Dodgers. And Roman Anthony's on for the 3rd time in this game. The Red Sox up 6-1 in the 6th inning. A 1-out base runner for the Sox. The other day was off the right foot. This is off the inside of the left foot, where Roman does not have any sort of protection. So he's at first for Abraham Toro. First pitch is a strike with a cutter at the bottom of the zone.
He's feeling it a little bit, is Roman. He said it just blew up on him in the later innings. Outside of that right foot.
Good to see Alex Cora smiling in the Red Sox third base dugout about it. Davis is 0-1. Swing and a miss. Good breaking ball. If we set an over-under for Roman Anthony MVPs, what do you think Vegas would set right now?
Right now?
Yeah.
1.5.
1.5. I was going to say half. 1.5. That speaks volumes about how impressive he's been. Pitch is down. 1-2 on Toro. Feels right.
He's 21. And Judge is around for a while, and so many great players in the sport, but he just has all the makings of it.
He really could not have been more impressive in this last week or so. 1-2. Toro swings and lines one towards short, and it's caught by Brooks Lee behind the second base bag. Positioned well. Humpback line drive is out number 2, and Anthony's still parked at first in the 6th for Jaron Duran.
You know what's crazy is now Jacob Wilson goes on the injured list with a fractured forearm. He was an all-star. 312 hitter with 10 homers, 45 driven in. it's not impossible that Roman puts himself firmly in that debate for Rookie of the Year.
Here's Jaron, first pitch. Durant swings and he skies one. Right field and struck well. Wallner looks up. It is gone to the upper deck at Target Field. Jaron Durant unloads for the second day in a row. A tape measure shot. And it's 8-1 Red Sox in the sixth.
Leave him in the 3-hole. I mean, we'll wait for the tail of the tape. Last night, 446. Tonight, that thing absolutely cranked. 416, but a moonshot. He is on a heater.
He is scorching right now, and even the outs that he's hit into have been hard. 8-1 Red Sox in the sixth. And now Trevor Story. First pitch, fastball for strike one, and Trevor, for his part, home run double walk so far today. Jaron got an off-speed pitch at 87, middle of the plate, a cutter that didn't cut, and he demolished it. 0-1 to Story. Swing and a miss. Cutter away, 0-2. Hard not to like the look of this new lineup these last 4 games. Started on Sunday with Roman Anthony to the leadoff spot. Normally would be Alex Bregman batting second, Duran batting third, and now for a couple games in a row, Trevor Story in the cleanup spot as well, all 4 of them. 0-2. Story takes down and away. 11 home runs this season for Jaron Durant. His numbers now keep on climbing. Noah Davis's 1-2 is down 2-2 with a sinker at 96.
All of a sudden, catch-up voting becomes more and more difficult.
We might need some Ben Stiller references in there.
Milk some cats. We'll see what we can do.
2 outs, bases empty, 2-2. Story checks his swing but strikes out on a pitch down the middle at 95. And the Red Sox are done in the sixth. But a 2-run shot for a red-hot Jaron Durant, and the Red Sox lead Minnesota 8-1 in the middle of the sixth. On the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Hey there, I'm Kendra Adachi, and my show, The Lazy Genius Podcast, helps you be a genius about the things that matter and lazy about the things that don't, and you get to decide what matters. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm here to give you a new way to see. Episodes of the Lazy Genius Podcast are full of compassionate time management tips and permission slips to do what makes sense for you. New episodes drop every Monday. Follow and listen to the Lazy Genius Podcast on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
A scorcher of a day is the perfect time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of bold refreshment.
With lots to do. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
Morning decisions. A creamy mocha frappuccino drink? A sweet vanilla? Maybe a smooth caramel? Or that white chocolate mocha? Whichever you choose, delicious coffee awaits. Start your day with bottled Starbucks Frappuccino drinks. Pick up a bottle near you wherever you buy your groceries.
Your burger is served, and this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. Its sweet profile perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger.
That is one perfect combination. Burgers deserve Pepsi.
At some health systems, cancer care can make you feel like a number. At South Coast Health Cancer Care, you're more than a diagnosis. We offer the most advanced treatments and the latest surgical advancements, led by a connected team of experts who not only see your cancer, but all of you. Because healing isn't just medicine, it's compassion, it's connection, it's care that knows your story and walks along with you. We are South Coast Health Cancer Care. Visit southcoast.org/cancercare.
Christian Arcand Show, weekday afternoons starting at 6. Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
6 home runs in July for Jaron Durant, and the Red Sox lead 8-1 in the sixth. And Brayan Bello's first pitch is strike one to Cody Clemens, leading off the home half of the inning. Clemens, Ryan Jeffers, and Willie Castro in the Herb Chambers batting order. Bello's at 62 pitches. That's it. He's 0-1. Swinging a high pop-up behind the second base bag onto the outfield grass. Trevor Story backs up. He gets called off, and the left fielder, Roman Anthony, makes a lunging catch. Shades on for out number 1 in this bottom of the 6th. This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Boston Red Sox and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of WEEI and the Boston Red Sox. One down, base is empty, and here's the catcher, Ryan Jeffers, 1 for 2 with a single off Bello. 8-1 Sox, first pitch. Jeffers takes down and away, ball 1. Hey, first responders develop cancer at a higher rate than the general population. Boston Firefighters Credit Union reminding all first responders to get checked. Bello kicks and is 1-0. Inside 2-0. News happening all around baseball right now, and the Cincinnati Reds have made a move for one of the great defensive third basemen in the game. From the Pirates, the Reds are acquiring, reportedly, Brian Hayes. 2-0 pitch. Jeffers takes a strike. Breaking ball up.
They thought he was going to be the next big star in Pittsburgh. The offense just has never met the defense. They were linked to Eugenio Suarez. A little reunion there, but I'm sure Hayes much cheaper to acquire.
Bello's 2-1. Jeffers swings and taps it foul right at home plate.
Reds are an interesting team. I mean, Ellie on the rise. They've got one of the great young pitching staffs in the game, so I think they've got a little run coming in them. But the problem with those mid-market teams that refuse to spend money is their window is narrow, and they've got to hit it right now.
Reds are 56 and 52. 2-2 is swung on and rolled left side. Story backhands in the hole. He circles. He throws on the run, and plenty of time to get Jeffers for out number 2. Bello keeps rolling economically in the bottom of the 6th. Yeah, let's check in on the Subaru of New England scoreboard. Make this summer a Subaru summer with symmetrical all-wheel drive in your brand new Subaru. Find your authorized Subaru retailer at SubaruofNewEngland.com. Blue Jays up 9-5 on the Orioles in the 7th at Camden Yards. Here's Willie Castro, switch hitter from the left side, first pitch. Fastball in for strike 1.
Wow, 5 spot in the top of the 7th for the Blue Jays. Bo Bichette staying white hot.
That's despite a home run robbery from Cedric Mullins. The pitch, swinging a little shot towards short, and Story reaches down. He gloves it on a line to end the inning. Castro lines out up the middle at Trevor Story, and Brayan Bello needs just 9 pitches in a 1-2-3 bottom of the 6th. He's at 70 total. The Red Sox lead 8-1 to the 7th on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Moms, dads, are you the parent of a student athlete? Do you want to know how to get the most out of youth sports? If so, listen to the Next Pitch podcast to give you the tools to raise an aspiring athlete. It's not simple, but we talk straight and give you the best insight there is when it comes to youth sports. We'll cover everything from nutrition and training to mental toughness and teamwork. It's a podcast you can listen to together with your kids so everyone can benefit. Follow Next Pitch on the Odyssey app or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Don't let pneumococcal pneumonia break your stride. If you're 50 or older, you're at increased risk. So be proactive with Capvaxive pneumococcal 21-valent conjugate vaccine to help protect against invasive pneumococcal disease and pneumonia caused by certain types of pneumococcal bacteria. Capvaxive helps protect against the strains of bacteria that cause about 30% more IPD cases than any other pneumococcal conjugate vaccine in adults over 50, according to national-level CDC stats. Regional variations may exist. Don't get Capvaxive if you're allergic to the vaccine or its ingredients. Tell your doctor if you have a weakened immune system. Common side effects include injection site reactions, feeling tired, headache, muscle aches, and fever. Capvaxive does not protect against all strains. For more information, call 1-800-927-8888 or visit capvaxive.com. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Capvaxive. Need help paying for your Merck vaccine? Visit merckhelps.com. Sponsored by Merck.
You're listening to the Sox on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. Now, back to the play-by-play action.
First pitch of the 7th inning is up and away to Wilyer Abreu. Red Sox 8, Minnesota Twins 1 at Target Field in the rubber game. Noah Davis is 1-0. Abreu swings and skies one foul deep to the pull side and out of play right field corner. Wilyer 0 for 3 today. A strikeout in the 2nd, a pop to short in the 4th, and a strikeout again in the 5th. Abreu, Gonzalez, Yoshida for the Sox. The wind and the 1-1. Abreu swings and he lines one to center. Harrison Bader backs up toward the gap in left center. Now he backpedals and makes a two-hand catch for the first down. So it's on to Romy Gonzalez in the Herb Chambers batting order, sponsored by Herb Chambers Pre-Owned Cars and Trucks. Good day for the Red Sox in the finale here in Minneapolis. Sox will fly back to Boston today, and then the All-Star break tomorrow, or rather the trade deadline should say, will be an off day for the Red Sox back home. Here's Romy Gonzalez, been aboard twice. First pitch takes outside, ball 1. And then the Red Sox host the Astros at Fenway over the weekend. 7:10, 4:10, and 11:35 a.m. on Sunday, with national TV and Roku having that game. The 1-0. Gonzalez takes up and away, 2-0. Stay tuned after the game for the Nissan postgame show. You deserve a car that thrills you, and Nissan's got an exciting full line that'll put goosebumps on your goosebumps. Shop your local Nissan store and nissanusa.com. 2-0. Romy swings and he pops one foul, fading off beyond first toward the seats and out of play. 2-1. Today's 7th inning is sponsored by Jeffrey Glassman Injury Lawyers, Boston's go-to injury attorney for over 30 years. If you've been hurt in a car or work accident, you got to get Glassman. Call all 7s. 617-777-7777. 8-1 Red Sox. 2-1 pitch. Swinging a bouncer to third. Foul toward Kyle Hudson beyond the third base coach's box. 2-2. Red Sox needed this today. Had to use Whitlock and Chapman at the end of the game yesterday. And they wanted length again from Brayan Bello. And he's through 6. 2-2. Outside, full count on Romy Gonzalez. It was 2-1 Red Sox in the 3rd. And all the way into the 5th when the Red Sox put up the 4 spot, and they got 2 more in the 6th on the Duran home run. Righty against righty, 3-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Gonzalez spun around in the right-hand box, chasing a cutter away from him. Second strikeout for the reliever Noah Davis, and there's 2 gone for the Sox with the bases empty in the 7th. Brings up Masataka Yoshida. Red Sox ahead 8-1. Masa had a 2-run single his last time in that 4-run 5th. First pitch. Takes a strike. Bell tie at 93 with a fastball. Masa trying to get in gear, and maybe that 2-run hit helps spur him. Alex Cora said the other day, just trying to get his timing down as he comes back. 0-1. Yoshida checks his swing on a pitch in and did not go around on appeal to third at Alfonso Marquez, the crew chief. Davis works out of the stretch. Bell tie set. Goes into an abbreviated windup, and the 1-1 is a wave and a miss. On a breaking ball down 1-2. Cedar Rafael is on deck for the Red Sox. Brayan Bello is at 70 pitches through 6. So the Red Sox bullpen is mighty quiet on this Wednesday afternoon. Here comes the 1-2 to Masa. Down and in. Breaking ball didn't tempt him enough. 2-2. Yeah, it is going to be odd having an off day for the trade deadline tomorrow. Everyone will be at home and waiting on that 6 p.m. Eastern deadline together. Bases empty, 2 outs. Here comes Davis's wind and 2-2. Strike 3 call. Bottom inside corner of the plate. Yoshida strikes out looking, and the Red Sox go down 1-2-3 in the 7th. We hit the stretch. The Red Sox are rolling up 8-1 on the Twins on the Shaw's and Star Market. WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Your home equity holds the key to achieving your goals, like home improvements, covering unplanned expenses, and more. With PennyMac, you can get the funds you need and grow your greatness. Explore your home equity options at pennymac.com/yes or call us toll-free at 87-PennyMac. That's 87-PENNYMAC. PennyMac, proud mortgage supporter of Team USA.
PennyMac Loan Services, LLC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS ID 35953, licensed by the Department of Financial Protection and Innovation under the California Residential Mortgage Lending Act.
I'm Emma Greed, and I've spent the last 20 years building, running, and investing in some incredible businesses. The more success I've had, the more people started coming to me with questions. How do you start a business? How do you raise money? How do I bounce back from failure? On my new podcast, Aspire with Emma Greed, I'll be answering these questions and more through weekly conversations with the smartest minds out there. Listen to and follow Aspire with Emma Greed, an Odyssey podcast, available now, wherever you get your podcasts.
Choosing a bottled Starbucks Frappuccino drink that's all flavor and just 100 calories? Easy. Choosing between creamy vanilla, double chocolate, and sea salt caramel flavors? A little harder. Try the delicious new Starbucks Frappuccino light drinks. Look for them wherever you buy groceries. Start with Starbucks coffee.
A scorcher of a day is the perfect time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
With lots to do. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
Your smart speaker to play, 93.7 WEEI. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Good vibes for the Red Sox in Minneapolis. Bottom 7 begins. Sox up 8-1. Brayan Bello's first pitch is strike 1 to Royce Lewis. Righty against righty. Brayan Bello now at 71 pitches. That's it through 6 into the 7th. Lewis, Wallner, and Bader in the Herb Chambers batting order. 0-1. Lewis swings and misses, tied up by a bowling ball sinker in toward the back right foot, and it's 0-2. We'll get to the results of our poll from the New England Chevy dealers. Question of the day at Sox Booth on Twitter. 0-2. Swing a little roller to third. Toro moves toward the line. He gloves. He throws off balance high. Good stretch and grab by Romy Gonzalez to complete the out. And there's one away to begin the bottom of the 7th. Get a closer look at Chevy's award-winning lineup at your New England Chevy dealers. Find exciting offers too on the powerful Silverado and feature-packed all-new Equinox. Question was, if the Red Sox were to acquire a top-tier starting pitcher, which outfielder would you be most willing to include in a trade? There's Matt Wallner, and the first pitch is outside to the lefty, ball 1. With 49% of the vote, Wilyer Abreu is the one fans are most willing to part with, compared to 47% for Jarren Duran. Only 3% say Don, and a ludicrous 1.4% Roman Anthony.
Who are those people?
One of those down 2-0.
It's tough. It's sort of like which one is your favorite kid, because they're all such good players. But the hypothetical is, if you could get a Joe Ryan or someone like that, which one?
Bello's 2-0 pitch. Swinging a foul straight back, 2-1.
Very hard.
Really hard, I agree. I want to see Cedon Rafaela playing center for the next 10 years with the Red Sox.
I think you're going to.
He is special out there. 8-1. 2-1 pitch. Swinging a roller foul. First base, Camberwell, 2-2.
Like, apparently the Padres continue to ask about Cedon. And to that I would say, all right, well, if that's the world we're operating in, then it needs to be Cease, King, and Tatis.
Load us up. Time is called at home plate.
I mean, like that, they would never do that. The Padres think they have a chance to win the World Series right now, but if they wanted to get out from some of the Tatis contract, maybe that would make sense. But they want more outfield help, not less.
1 out, base is empty, and Brayan Bello deals the 2-2. Inside, full count.
Now, truly, that's more like a Roman Anthony package. That's what you could get for him. That's how crazy this thing has gotten. And it's also why there is precisely a 0% chance he moves. 0.
Not 1.4. Bello's 3-2 is down, ball four, just missed with a sinker down and in. And it's a one-out walk worked by Matt Wallner against Bello. Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID on the Shaw's and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
From the WEEI studios, 93.7 WEEI FM and HD1, Lawrence, Boston. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
Will Fleming, Mike Monaco, and 4 walks today for Brayan Bello through 6 1/3 of 1-run ball. First pitch to Harrison Bader, and he went around and missed. 0-1. Shaw's and Star Market have lowered hundreds of prices on the items you buy most. Find new lower price tags aisle after aisle. Full details at shaws.com/lower prices and starmarket.com/lower prices. Bader 1 for 2 with an infield single. The 0-1 is up high. 1-1 on Bader. I think you mentioned Cease. There's so many interesting starting pitching names. Not sure if any of them will get moved, but a guy like Cease or Sandy Alcantara with the Marlins. Of course, Joe Ryan's been talked about a ton here with Minnesota. The 1-1. Bader takes down. 2-1. Those names are really interesting.
I think it's unlikely one of the high-impact, young, controllable pitchers, Ryan, Cabrera, Keller, get moved. But if they do, I think the whole market opens up.
8-1 Red Sox, bottom of the 7th in Minneapolis. Bello's 2-1. Swinging a line drive, pulled by Bader into left field, a base hit. Anthony cuts it off into the corner with a backhand play, nicely done to keep Wallner at second and Bader to a single. But there are 2 on for Minnesota in the 7th against Brayan Bello.
History shows that you actually don't get much more at the deadline, even though you think you would, because you get an extra postseason run for these guys. That's part of it. And then, you know, not quite half the teams, but 10 to 12 are just totally out of it. And so in the offseason, theoretically, you know, take a team like maybe the Giants, maybe the Braves, maybe somebody like that with big bucks who could offer you a big prospect package and some major league talent for a guy like Ryan. That's why generally in season, those guys with control don't get moved.
Here's Bello against Deshaun Kersey. First and second. First pitch is a strike on the back door with a cutter. Rob Bradford just reported in the last half hour that according to a source, the Red Sox have shown some interest in both Merrill Kelly and Zach Gallen.
Yeah, well, they should.
Of the D-backs. 0-1. Kersey swings and pops it foul over the third base dugout. 0-2. Merrill Kelly, we talked about this the other day, has had a lot of postseason success. And then Zach Gallen, one of those arms who came up very hyped and has turned in a solid 7-year career. But the numbers inflated this year. 0-2 outside.
Yeah, but he's awesome in the playoffs. And that's what you want. I think the Red Sox are going to try to add somebody they think of in the world of like a 2/3 starter behind Crochet and Bello and Giolito. And then maybe just a depth guy, too. You can never have too many.
Bello's 1-2 is strike 3 called. 95 on the inside part of the plate for Brayan Bello, who's got only his 3rd strikeout, but he picks up a big second out here in the 7th.
Like, that's where the guys in the Charlie Morton world get interesting. And there are pitchers we are not even talking about or considering. It always happens this time of year that names you just come out of nowhere and get moved.
Well, and again, if you weren't with us earlier, the Red Sox have bumped Garrett Crochet back to either Monday or Tuesday, so he's not going to pitch this weekend. And right now, Alex Cora said pregame, it's TBD for the Red Sox with a starter on Friday. That is the day that Kyle Harrison is supposed to throw with AAA Worcester. Here's Trevor Larnach, first pitch, and Larnach takes outside ball 1. So that could be really interesting. David Sandlin, another good pitching prospect, just got promoted to AAA, and according to Alex Spears, Sandlin is slated to piggyback Kyle Harrison on Friday for Worcester. 1-0. Larnach swings and tips it foul into Wong's mitt. A ball and a strike. So you could have Harrison come up, start for the Red Sox, and then Sandlin could just go for the Woo Sox. Red Sox up 8-1 in the 7th here in Minneapolis. 1-1. Larnach takes down and in. 2-1 with a cutter toward the back foot. That'd be interesting. Kyle Harrison, of course, a piece who came back from the Giants in the Raffy Devers deal. Known for a great fastball. And then the Red Sox pitching group has been altering the rest of his mix. 2 on, 2 out, 2-1. Larnach takes down 3-1 as Bello misses with the changeup.
By the way, the Giants have the worst record in baseball since the Raffy trade, 13-23. He's really scuffling. The two are not related, but they are really fighting it. Tough decisions for them whether to add or sell. Kind of on the fringes of the wild card race.
And big choices for Buster Posey. 3-1. Larnach takes a strike with a cutter on the back door. Full count.
Chris Murphy's up. I would imagine the plan, Mike, if all holds, is to let Chris get the last 6 outs of this game.
It's been a 22-pitch inning for Bello, now at 92 pitches. His 3-2 pitch is strike 3 called on the outside part of the plate at 96 from Brayan Bello. Back-to-back Ks. He leaves 2 in the 7th and spins 7 innings of 1-run ball. To the 8th at Target Field, Red Sox up 8-1 on the Twins on the Shaw's and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Hey, what's up, Flies? This is David Spade.
Dana Carvey.
Look, I know we never actually left, but I'll just say it. We are back with another season of Fly on the Wall.
Every episode, including ones with guests, will now be on video. Every Thursday, you'll hear us and see us chatting with big-name celebrities.
And every Monday, you're stuck with just me and Dana. We react to news, what's trending, viral clips.
Follow and listen to Fly on the Wall everywhere you get your podcasts.
A scorcher of a day is the perfect time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
With lots to do. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the Dew.
Your burger is served, and this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. Its sweet profile perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger.
That is one perfect combination. Burgers deserve Pepsi.
Morning decisions. A creamy mocha frappuccino drink? A sweet vanilla? Maybe a smooth caramel? Or that white chocolate mocha? Whichever you choose, delicious coffee awaits. Start your day with bottled Starbucks Frappuccino drinks. Pick up a bottle near you wherever you buy your groceries.
Hey there, baseball fans. Will Fleming here. It's time to step up to the plate and upgrade your deck with TimberTech. TimberTech is the #1 premium composite decking brand. It looks just like real wood, but without the never-ending maintenance of a wood deck. It won't rot or splinter, and it's backed by industry-leading warranties, so you'll be sure your deck looks great season after season. See for yourself why TimberTech is everything wood should be. Order free samples at TimberTech.com.
You're listening to the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Cedar Rafaela to lead it off for the Red Sox in the top of the 8th inning. It's all Red Sox today. 8-1 the score. Cole Sands, the new pitcher. Kind of a funny moment in the Red Sox dugout. Brayan Bello, after getting through the 7th inning, tried to run away from Alex Cora to be taken out of the game as Cedar takes a strike on the inside corner, and it's 0-1. Rafaela, Wong, and Roman in the Herb Chambers batting order. Cedar takes a strike on the outside corner. Herb Chambers' sprinter vans of Somerville and Peabody. Cedar is 0 for 3. He's hit it hard twice, but looking for his first knock today against Cole Sands. He was laughing, and Alex Cora chased him down, embraced him in the dugout. Those two growing stronger and stronger together. 0-2. Cedar takes a ball outside. You'll have to see him get really cooking again. Sox off tomorrow for the trade deadline. Then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Bregman reunites with the Astros. 3-game weekend set. 1-2 to Cedar. Pitch. Rafaela swings and misses. He was trying to lift off there. So Sands retires him. One down for Wong. He's had a really good day at the plate. 2 for 3. Stay tuned after the game for the Nissan post-game show. You deserve a car that thrills you. Nissan's got an exciting line that'll put goosebumps on your goosebumps. One down, bases clear for Wong. Pitch. Strike on the inside corner. Experience the thrill for yourself. Local Nissan store and NissanUSA.com today. Roman Anthony comes out on deck. The series he's had. Connor takes low. Sinking fastball that missed, and it's 1-1. Great to give Narvaez a couple days off in a row. 1-1. Pitch. Wong fouls it off. Moves are starting left and right. The Reds have acquired Brian Hayes from the Pittsburgh Pirates. Some marginal bullpen arms going back and forth between the Nats and the Angels, but national writers saying the Twins close to moving Yohan Duran. And most importantly to Red Sox fans, major action right now at Camden Yards. 1-2. Pitch to Wong way outside. It is now 9-8. The Orioles surging in that game, and they've got the bases loaded within a run with Cedric Mullins at the plate. Only one out there. If the Orioles can win that game, Red Sox could go into tomorrow 4 games back in the division as Connor swings and fouls one off the end of the bat. The Blue Jays surged ahead in that game with 5 in the top of the 7th, but then in the bottom of the 7th inning, the Blue Jays sort of imploded with Yariel Rodriguez on the mound. Holiday, Westberg, Gunnar, Rutschman, O'Hearn, and Cowser, and it's been walks and errors. 2-2 just outside. Just looking through the play-by-play, it's 2 hits, 2 walks, and an error that have given the Orioles a real chance, and now Cedric Mullins has struck out. So it'll be to Dylan Carlson with the bases loaded to try to put the O's ahead. Connor takes ball 4. Very good eye on a fastball that missed outside, so he draws a 1-out walk in this top of the 8th. In some ways, that would be icing on the cake for the Red Sox to get a game closer in the division. More than anything, they've totally solidified themselves in the overall playoff race. And the Yankees are totally reeling. Here's Roman Anthony. He takes a strike on the inside corner, I should say, and it's 0-1. Roman on base 3 more times today. Single, double, hit by a pitch. He scored 2 runs. On base twice last night. 3 times in the opener. Ridiculous. The 0-1 is swung on a miss. That was a really good splitter from Sands. And it is 0-2. Keep you updated on that game in Baltimore. Ramon Laureano is actually going to pinch hit for Carlson. Tigers have rediscovered their mojo. They lead the D-backs 7-1 in the 8th. 0-2 to Anthony. 8-1 here, the Red Sox lead. There's no real defensive alignment against this hitter. He sprays it all over the place. The 0-2 is low. Good calm take on a splitter. And it is 1-2. Just around every corner, there are reminders of how long the baseball season is. Just when you think you have it figured out and the division race is done, everything changes. 1-2. Anthony takes a ball.
You think the Rangers are out of a playoff spot, and then they find an offense that had not really performed to the level they expected for almost a year and a half, and now they're right in the thick of everything.
It felt inevitable that would happen at some point. They just got too many good players. 2-2. Roman fouls it off at his feet. Seager, Semien, Young. Garcia made a great home run saving catch last night.
Buster Olney talked about this today on his podcast, that their general manager, Chris Young, is among the most competitive and aggressive, if not the most in the sport. And Bruce Bochy's career is winding down at some point, so what do you do?
2-2. Roman swings and misses. He strikes out in a good splitter. I do think that's a big part of it, Mike. I mean, they're not a young team. Evaldi, DeGrom, so many veteran stars. And with a manager like Bochy, if you get in, you can win the whole thing. He proved that in his first year there. Here now, Abraham Toro. Sox looking at a win without Alex Bregman, which is huge, as Toro takes a strike on the outside corner.
Yeah, it's all happening in Baltimore right now. Bases loaded, down a run. You said Laureano at the plate, 3-2 in the seventh.
Love it. 0-1 here to Toro. The pitch outside, not close. Weird to be pulling for the Orioles in any game, but Red Sox most certainly are.
Especially with how Baltimore had played the last couple of seasons before this one. To find them in a totally different spot is odd.
Playoff races make strange bedfellows. 1-1. DeToro misses inside. And it is 2-1. Eight runs, 10 hits. A total offensive effort for the Sox. They'd love to get Duran up again. He's on deck. The pitch. Toro chops one foul. Outside of first. And the Blue Jays escaped.
Laureano just got rung up on a breaking ball that was outside but was called strike 3.
Ooh, I just saw the replay. That's awful. 2-2 to Abraham Toro. It was. Here's a ground ball foul. I mean, that was way outside. Check it out online. Laureano should not have been called out, but he was. Here in Minnesota, 2-2. We need the ABS system yesterday.
It's coming.
Definitely. And I can't wait. It'll be a great thing for baseball. 8-1 Red Sox, top 8. Long at first, Toro lines one into left field, sinking, and it is going to be caught with a slide out there in left field. Nice play by Kersey. We go to the bottom of the 8th, 8-1 Red Sox in the Shaws and Star Market. WEEI Red Sox.
At some health systems, cancer care can make you feel like a number. At South Coast Health Cancer Care, you're more than a diagnosis. We offer the most advanced treatments and the latest surgical advancements, led by a connected team of experts who not only see your cancer, but all of you. Because healing isn't just medicine, it's compassion, it's connection, it's care that knows your story and walks along with you. We are South Coast Health Cancer Care. Visit southcoast.org/cancercare.
What We Spend is a new podcast that explores something we almost never talk about. Every week, you'll hear a different guest share everything they spend their money on. What We Spend is available now on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Your burger is served, and this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. Its sweet profile perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger.
That is one perfect combination. Burgers deserve Pepsi.
A scorcher of a day is the perfect time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
With lots to do. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
The Greg Hill Show, weekdays, 5:30 to 10.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
On we go into the bottom of the 8th inning. Chris Murphy is on to pitch, and they're going to get Trevor Story off of his feet. So David Hamilton comes on to play shortstop. What a great start by Bello, just as it was from Giolito last night. 7 strong innings, 1 run, 5 hits. As Brooks Lee, batting from the right side, takes a strike from Chris Murphy. Just what you needed from Giolito and Bello.
Huge to get both those starts back-to-back against an offense that you should have some success against.
Lee is 0 for 3 today. Brushed back with a fastball up and in.
Despite the 4 walks, Bello was economical. There was a lot of quick outs. It wasn't a lot of strikeouts. He punched out the final 2 he faced that only had 2 Ks before.
Lee grounds one hard to third. Toro to a knee. He's not always the most graceful third baseman, but he makes the play again. And there's 1 down. We have been where the Twins are many times in the last few seasons, sort of right on the fence. Do you add? Do you sell? They've indicated clearly they're going to sell. With Paddock yesterday, all these reports going on that Yohan Duran might be gone today. And the Dodgers and the Phillies are the teams most associated with that man. Here's Cody Clemens. Pitch. Just outside. Slider. Ball one.
Yeah, one of their local columnists here, Lavelle Neal of the Star Tribune, very well respected, said looks like they're going to be busy with transactions. He said possibly multiple deals today.
Yeah, makes sense. The 1-0 outside. I think if you're a seller, in some ways it makes a lot of sense to set the market. Everybody's got their assets. Why wait till they make their moves and meet their needs with other players? Get what you want. 2-0 to Clemens. Inside. In Duran and Griffin Jacks, if they decide to move him, I mean, they get huge value. Those guys, some of the great bullpen arms.
I think I'd rather have Griffin Jacks for this Red Sox team than Duran, just based on the cost.
Me too. The 3-0 is strike one, I should say. Beg your pardon. It was 3-0. You got me talking about Griffin Jacks, and I was thinking, swing and miss, strike three stuff.
We're talking about 3-2 pitches to Ramon Laureano. Like, we're locked in on multiple games.
The problem when you watch 7 games at once, that's the really fun part about this time of year. I promise this will not be strike 3 one way or the other. 3-1. Pitch is a check swing. He went around. Clemens thought he had drawn a walk, but no. Strike 2.
And here's the thing about strike 2. Strike 3 could follow.
You've been around this game, haven't you?
I don't miss anything.
I thought your name was Mike. 3-2. Pitch. Ground ball to the right side. Romy reaches down, backhands, flips underhand to the covering Murphy. And they're 2 away.
One more thought, too, with Trevor Story, like you said, getting off his feet. What a job he's done, not just in this series. He's been one of the most important players in this series, if not, in this game, if not in this series. But he also hardly comes out of games for the Red Sox. He's played all but, I think, 2 games this year coming in, and Alex Cora recognized that like a week ago. He couldn't believe that he'd only given Story 2 off days.
Well, it's so important to Trevor to prove it, but there is a fine line, and in a 7-run game, it makes sense. Here's Ryan Jeffers. Curveball in there for a strike. This becomes a day that the Red Sox are going to win a game without Bregman, without Chapman, without Wilson, without Whitlock. Just tremendous. 0-1. Pitch. High fly into shallow center field. Duran started back. Out goes the shortstop, Hamilton. The ball finds him, and the inning is over. 9th inning next. 8-1 Red Sox. Shaw's and Star Market, WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
College holds a mythic place in American culture. On the new Campus Files podcast, we uncover the scandals you won't hear on the campus tours. Find Campus Files on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
No one loves kitchen cleanup, which is why you'll love new Palmolive Ultra Strength, as it instantly cuts through grease. Gentle on the planet, too. Palmolive has great new additions, including Palmolive Dishwasher Power Packs, which tackle 48 hours stuck on food and baked on messes with ease. There's also Palmolive Spray Away, a spray-activated foam that cuts grease on contact, and Palmolive's antibacterial liquid dish soap that cuts 99.9% of bacteria on kitchen surfaces. Palmolive, good for your home, good for the planet.
Are you living with dry AMD? If so, you could be on the road to geographic atrophy, or GA, a condition that leads to retinal cell death and permanent vision loss. But with Izervay, you can
slow it down and get it going slower.
Izervay slows GA progression by targeting a key source of retinal cell death, which may help preserve your vision longer. Izervay, or Avastin Capted Pagel, is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com. Paid for by Astellas Pharma.
Take Boston sports with you wherever you go. Download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Wow. Griffin Jacks is on for the Minnesota Twins. It's kind of a shocking decision in an 8-1 game. I don't quite know how to process that, other than to say that probably means they've decided we're not doing anything with you, because otherwise 7-run game, risky with one of your huge assets. Jarren Duran is in, and wait a minute, is Willie Castro coming off the field?
He sure is.
Well, that means I think the Twins might have just made a move. He's hugging guys in the dugout. He just went to Carlos Correa. Rocco Baldelli shakes his hand and hugs him, and he's been moved somewhere. Wow.
He's getting hugs in the dugout right now. 28-year-old from Puerto Rico, who was an all-star earlier in his career last year with Minnesota, hasn't had the same type of sustained success this year, but he's been solid with the bat. He's a versatile piece as well, can play the outfield, can play the infield, on the move.
And they're working the phones. Can you imagine what that must be like? Rocco comes back to tell him even more things. Wow. Here's Jarren Duran, top 9. 8-1. And I think the home plate umpire, that's a good job by Lance Barrett to just give everybody a breath. Everyone in the ballpark is now sort of aware of what's going on. And it is actually a pitch-com issue, too, for Ryan Jeffers. So Willie Castro's going somewhere. Ty France is on to play first base. Clemens goes from first to second. What a weird sequence.
Odd, indeed. And I think even more astounding than that is, what's up with Griffin Jax? Either you're comfortable throwing him right now, a day before the trade deadline, or you've decided you're not going to.
I think that's the more likely one, because why would you throw him here? Here's Duran, who rips one inside the first base bag. It's another hit for Jarren. He's around first. He's tearing to second. He is into second with a head-first slide. The Angry Lizard has another extra base hit. 3-hole suits him just fine, and he's at second off of Jax to begin the top of the 9th.
What a few days for Jarren Duran. Opener on Monday, he doubled and walked. Yesterday, a double, a home run, and a walk. Today, a single, a home run, and a double.
Is he trying to taste some ketchup? It's possible. 29 doubles. Come on. Here is David Hamilton batting for Story, and he takes pitch low for ball 1. Orioles escaped the jam in the 8th inning, a double play off the bat of Bo Bichette. So 9-8 Blue Jays going bottom 8 in Baltimore. Willie Castro apparently has been traded from the Twins as Hamilton fouls it off on the first base side. They traded Paddock yesterday, Castro today. Rumors are that Yohan Duran will be gone by the end of the day, and maybe more. Although Griffin Jax, one of their prized assets, is on the mound right now. 1-1 the pitch outside.
How would Yohan Duran fit with the Red Sox if they are indeed interested in him?
Well, the thing is, there isn't a natural fit. They got Chapman in that 9th inning role. I mean, the answer is anybody who's as dominant as he, you make a place for him, and he'd be one of the great setup men in the game as Hamilton takes a strike. And then, of course, the beauty of having 2 closers is that you can use one of them every day when you got to give breaks to people. But that's where someone like Jax would make more sense, as the 2-2 is fouled off. The thing is, Duran has so much more control. He's one of the elite closers in the game. I think the Red Sox have other more pressing needs that if you're going to use huge capital, you would probably lean toward going in another direction, like a starter. The 2-2 fouled off by Hamilton. I mean, the only other possibility, not that the Red Sox would entertain this, would be trading Chapman, who's got 2 months left, acquiring Duran, who's got 2 years left, and then you got a closer and a lot more prospect capital. But I don't see that happening either. Chapman's been such a huge part of this club. 2-2 Hamilton, late swing and foul. Almost nailed Kyle Hudson in the third base box. It's 2-2. Wild times indeed. Literally, that means the deal happened within the last 5 minutes. He took the field for the top of the 9th, did Castro. called off. 2-2. Hamilton, ground ball on the right side, foul. Side of first.
And again, the locals here saying it could be multiple deals today for the Twins. And that's why the Red Sox had to come here and win this series. Like, you just have to take care of a team that's selling.
Now everybody's talking about Mason Miller being available by the Oaklamento Athletics. 2-2. Hamilton loops one into right field past the dive of Clemens. That's a base hit. They'll hold Duran at third. Good at bat by David. And the Red Sox have him at first and third. Now talk about a prospect haul. If the Athletics were to trade him, it would have to be an absolute avalanche of young and major league talent.
According to Ken Rosenthal of The Athletic, he says the Athletics, in their talks for Mason Miller, they've focused on teams with top-end young pitching. He also said the Dodgers are not playing at the high end of the relief market for the likes of Miller and Yohan Duran, so that's different from an earlier report.
Yeah. Wilyer Abreu stands in. He chops one foul. Say that again. I think people need to hear what you just said.
Ken Rosenthal is reporting the Dodgers are not playing at the high end of the relief market for pitchers such as Miller and Yohan Duran, according to his sources.
Yeah, and other people said all day that the Dodgers were right there in the mix for him. Interesting. 0-1 to Wilyer, first and third. The pitch ripped into right field, base hit. Jaron's going to come home and score. Abreu's got an RBI, and it's 9-1 Red Sox. Well, this sure does look like a team that's worth adding to. And you wonder, I mean, this is just a situation Griffin Jax is not accustomed to at all. I mean, here's the other thing. I suppose it is possible that Rocco, who's now coming to the home plate umpire to talk things over, maybe he is on to something, and maybe he thinks, why not let Griffin Jax make one more appearance in front of our home fans? Now in an 8-run game, are they going to put a position player on the mound?
They might have just given him 12 pitches. They might have just given him 3 batters, and I think Ty France is coming in to pitch.
Yeah, Mickey Gasper has a glove. Jax has no idea what's going on. And so now I really do think, Mike, that maybe that's just a showcase outing and maybe one last chance to give Griffin Jax an ovation. That's crazy. Who knows, but if that's the last one for Jax, it's so unlike so many of his. I think Rocco has just brought the entire infield on. Royce Lewis is there. A long conversation with one of the great setup men relievers in the game. He's going to take the ball from Jax. And who knows? But is it possible that that's the last time he throws a pitch for the Minnesota Twins? To me, that's the signal that sends. And you'd wish these fans would give him a better hand.
If so, it's bizarre. I mean,
have a feel.
17,000 here and none of them standing or cheering. Weird.
Is it, I mean, and this is where it gets so crazy, where you would just love. Mickey Gasper is going to be the pitcher, by the way, I think.
I think Cody Clemens is going to pitch.
Of course it is. Clemens pitching against the Red Sox. But wouldn't you love to be in these war rooms, Mike? Because can you imagine the conversations that Derek Falvey is having with other teams? I mean, clearly they've now decided they're going to trade big. They've moved Castro. Maybe they're going to move both Duran and Jax. But imagine if you're Derek Falvey saying, well, I want to give him one last outing here in front of our fans in Minneapolis like I did Duran the other night. Honestly, on the other end of the phone, they're saying it's got to be, what, 10, 12 pitches, and that's what it was. Amazing.
The whole thing's odd. And how about this to make it a little more interesting as well? Jeff Passan just tweeted, Willie Castro has not been traded. He said he also did not get a hug like Yohan Duran. Made a joke about that. But he said Willie Castro hasn't been traded. So were they just sending him out and then bringing him back to get some ovation from the fans as well? That quite frankly, didn't happen.
I think that one means something is very close.
Okay.
You know, Passan is not going to. He's calling around saying, "Is anything final and done?" That to me spells that something's going to happen and is imminent. All right, here's Cody Clemens, 13th pitching appearance of his career. He'll face Romy Gonzalez. Sox having fun. It's 9-1. Crazy to be here with one of the sellers at the trade deadline. Pitch to Romy. It's a little moon ball. Change up 50 miles an hour. For ball one, 9 runs, 13 hits, no errors, 1-5 and none for the Twins. Romy drives one high into left field. It is way back, hits at the track, hits at the wall, and it is gone. 3-run homer against a position player. Romy, my homie, 12-1 Sox.
Well, this is what you do. You pour it on when it gets to this point. 410 feet for Romy Gonzalez, who doesn't even smile as he crosses home plate. Business-like, taking care of it against a position player on the mound. This is what you should do. And boy, on the Twins side, what an ugly day here at the ballpark.
And a confusing one, an emotional one for them. Think about all the things that are going on in that dugout. Updated box score brought to you by the Mass State Lottery. Make it the best night ever. Grab your friends, pick your numbers, and celebrate the night with Keno. Want to know to Massa. Drives one high and deep into right field. If it's high enough, it's out of here. And it is over the wall. Sayonara. Massa goes deep. And it is 13-1 Red Sox.
I wonder how many times Roger Clemens gave up back-to-back home runs in his career. It's probably not a long list. An unenviable spot for Cody Clemens, obviously coming on from second base to pitch. And in a span of 4 pitches, the Red Sox go back-to-back off him.
Here's Cedon. Can they go 3 in a row? A little floater in there for strike one. Massa sold out. 52 above the zone. 0-1 to Cedon. Driven down the left field line and foul. It's 0-2. 13 runs and 15 hits for the Red Sox. As a pitch misses. 84 miles an hour. He had a little giddy up there.
How about adding 30 miles an hour?
Pitch. There's a line drive up the middle into center field, a base hit. I love the body language of these Red Sox hitters. They are unmoved by getting hits off an infielder. Attendance brought to you by Crispy Crunchy Chicken. Whether you're craving fresh hand-breaded chicken, tenders, or sandwiches, Crispy Crunchy Chicken delivers. Find a location at crispycrunchy.com. Pitch to Wong. Strike on the inside corner. Well, so much intrigue now over the next 24 and a quarter hours. Wong loops one into center field. Bader's underneath it. He makes the play, and there's one down. I don't think there's any way to read it with Jax other than, at the very least, there are conversations around him. Now, why wouldn't there be? Here now, Roman Anthony, who's doubled, singled, been hit by a pitch, and he takes one in the dirt. Total catalyst in this series in Minneapolis. Want to know? Pitch is in there. He looked at it all the way. Strike. It's 1-1. I think if that happens again, it may go a long, long way. 1-1, the pitch. He kind of added a little bit there, 67 miles an hour. Can you imagine the amount of times Cody's been with Roger in their home baseball facility on the mound, talking pitching? 2-1. Roman skies one into center field. Bader backpedaling onto the warning track. He's there to make the play. A little bit down off the end of the bat. And there's out number 2.
Roman Anthony just gave a playful shove to the Twins' new first baseman, Mickey Gasper, who you would have known in the Red Sox minor league system. coming up in recent years.
Yeah, like, it's hard to hit 52 out.
Stop giving me a hard time, Mickey.
I'm glad Mickey got his major league hits here. Now, Abraham Toro batting from the right side. That's interesting. Against the position player, he says, you know what, I'll just go right. He's laughing at the plate. He took one in for ball one. 13-1 Red Sox. A true laugher. Strike on the inside corner. And it's 1-1. Roman Anthony will end up in this series an absolute on-base machine as Toro takes a strike. 3 walks, 6 hits. Hit by a pitch a couple times. Toro takes outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Sox got a homer from Romy in this inning. Massive blast. And then Yoshida followed him as Toro hits one outside Kyle Hudson. He's been a human magnet today.
He does not need that in a 13-1 game. Does not need to get pelted.
It's been close a lot of times. Pitch. Toro back to the mound. Off the glove of Clemens, the second baseman. France gloves and steps on the bag, and the inning is over. 3 outs to go in Minneapolis. 13-1 Red Sox. On the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Hey there, cats and kittens. It's Brian from The Commercial Break, the mediocre comedy podcast where my best friend Chrissy and I attempt to make sense of the world. We talk about the absurd, the ridiculous, and the stuff no one asked for, like internet weirdos, pickup artists, and why everyone is obsessed with crystals and colonics. It's all got to stop. The show is free, it's frequent, and it's probably not for everyone. You can go to tcbpodcast.com, subscribe at youtube.com/The Commercial Break, or check out the show wherever you listen to podcasts. We'll see you on the next commercial break, and best to you.
Your burger is served, and this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. Its sweet profile perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger.
That is one perfect combination. Burgers deserve Pepsi.
A scorcher of a day is the perfect time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
With lots to do. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
Helmets keep kids safe on their bikes. Seatbelts keep them safe in the car. But when it comes to technology, what's keeping them safe from the mental and physical harms of the online world, like cyberbullies, predators, or digital depression and doom scrolling? Aura AI's powered family safety app gives parents the tools to do just that. It offers a deep, personalized understanding of your child's online world and gives tailored recommendations on how to keep them healthy, happy, and safe. Go to aura.com/radio to try for free. Aura is the official family online safety partner of the Boston Red Sox.
You're listening to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
3 outs from a blowout win, bottom 9 in Minneapolis, and a strike on the outside corner. What might have been were it not for the bad flight, the weird rain delay. On Monday, the Red Sox had a lead going to the 9th that day, but they've surged back. Game 2 and 3, 13-1. Ty France 0-1, swinging a foul on the first base side, out of play. Chris Murphy on the mound. It's 0-2. Off tomorrow. Deadline 6 p.m. And then the Astros at Fenway Friday night. 7:10 first pitch. The 0-2. High fly into right field. Brayu drifting back in front of the warning track. He's there with shades on to make the play. 1 down. Who knows what the roster might look like? I'll just say one more time. I have a feeling it will be quite different. Sox surging into the deadline. They look every bit like a team that has earned the right to have major pieces added. Everyone around them not playing great. They're in the bottom of the 8th, by the way, in Baltimore's Murphy fires a pitch to Royce Lewis. Misses just outside for ball 1. 9-8 Toronto leads there. But again, that would just kind of be gravy if the Orioles swept there. A breaking ball, strike on the outside corner. Jeff Hoffman on for the Blue Jays in that ninth inning. What a weird day this is for Rocco Baldelli. 1-1. Popped up, foul on the first base side. And look, you read the Jeff Passan tweet, and it's technically correct. He's called around. He probably asked Derek Falvey straight up, has a trade been made? The answer, technically, no. But guys are not taken out of games, and then the manager comes down the dugout, shakes their hand, and hugs them if they've not been moved or about to be, as Royce Lewis fouls it straight back.
It would be odd if after all this, Willie Castro did not get traded.
Unless they're like the biggest pranksters in the world. Castro is going to be somewhere else starting tomorrow. You can book it. 1-2. 13-1 Red Sox. Pitch. High pop-up into center field. It's the second baseman, Cedon, to make the play, and they're 2 down. Red Sox and out away with the man on deck, Wallner, coming up. Who's on deck? Brought to you by TimberTech Decking and Railing. Everything wood should be. Visit TimberTech.com.
You want some quick numbers for player of the series?
I do.
I think the candidates, Roman Anthony, Jarren Duran, Trevor Story, are the big three that I'd have to say come to mind.
Matt Wallner outside, breaking ball.
Okay, over here scribbling. Roman 5 for 12, 1 extra base hit, 2 RBIs, 4 free passes, walks hit by pitch.
How many runs scored?
Don't have that. Jarren Duran 6 for 13, 5 extra base hits, including 2 home runs and 5 driven in.
Yeah, 1-0 is outside.
Story 5 for 14, 4 extra base hits, 2 doubles, 2 homers, so 2 home runs like Duran. Drove in for 1 walk, but he was quiet in the opener, 0 for 5.
But they lost that game. And in the wins, Story did have the important swings. 2-0 is fouled. Like, to me, we're just sort of workshopping this out loud before we do it in an official capacity. I mean, Duran, almost every series when he does this, you could make the argument that he's just in the middle of everything. And he's so fun to watch. 2-1 is high. Red Sox are 2 strikes away from a series win here in Minneapolis. 13-1. They got 16 hits. A couple of homers off the position player Cody Clemens. Chris Murphy trying to tie a bow right here. 3-1 the pitch. Ground ball to first should do it. Romy backhands, comes to his feet, throws to Murphy, and he steps on the bag. End time, and the game is over. Nice play. Gonzalez to Murphy, and the Red Sox roll in Minneapolis. 13-1 the final. Anthony, Duran, Story, Bello, and a club that sure looks like it is worth adding to does the job here in Minneapolis. 13-1 the final. How will the roster look on Friday? We'll find out. Sox win the set in Minneapolis. Post-game show next. Brought to you by Nissan on the Shaw's and Star Market. WEI Red Sox.
Hey there, I'm Kendra Adachi, and my show, The Lazy Genius Podcast, helps you be a genius about the things that matter and lazy about the things that don't, and you get to decide what matters. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm here to give you a new way to see. Episodes of the Lazy Genius Podcast are full of compassionate time management tips and permission slips to do what makes sense for you. New episodes drop every Monday. Follow and listen to the Lazy Genius Podcast on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
A scorcher of a day is the perfect time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
With lots to do. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
Your burger is served, and this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. Its sweet profile perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger.
That is one perfect combination. Burgers deserve Pepsi.
1-877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids. Reds.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS.
1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Want to listen to WEEI on the go? Just download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI. This is the Nissan postgame show. At Nissan, we make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today. Shop NissanUSA.com.
Too easy. 13-1, the Red Sox roll in Minneapolis. We're joined by Trevor Stories. It's all smiles, it's all laughs in the Red Sox dugout. Take 2 or 3. Were it not for the weirdness of the flight and the rain delay, probably a series sweep. But you take what you can get. Trevor, you're locked in. Big hits these last 2 days. You've waited a long time for this, haven't you? I mean, you are such a core piece of this team, and you get to be a part of something that feels like it really rolling and becoming something special. How does it feel like on a day like this to be right in the middle of it?
Yeah, it feels great. Like you said, after that first game was, it was just a weird feeling. We felt like we were going to win and obviously didn't, but to respond this way and win the series and come out of here with a series win is huge. But it feels good, to be able to play a part and, like you said, a big part in a team that's playing well, and we feel like we're trending up. And we know we have a lot of good baseball ahead of us, and the boys are having a lot of fun playing baseball right now.
Trevor, it sure seems like it. If we zoom out for you individually this year, can you just kind of take us through the evolution of your season? Maybe a little bit of a slower start than you wanted, but then getting hot, and you seem locked in right now. Just how you're feeling at this point and how it's gone this year?
Yeah, I think that's pretty accurate. April was solid, I thought, and then May was awful, and then getting into June, I think, is when it really started being more consistent for me. And, that's definitely more of the type of player that I see myself as being and that I've shown over my career. So, trying to finish out July strong here, and we did that. So, on to August.
Weird days these days, Trevor. You've been on both sides of this. Clubhouses and dugouts are very strange places, right? I mean, you see Willie Castro get taken out of the game, and then Griffin Jacks throws 10 pitches, comes out. What's it like being a player? You guys are on the right side of this, and we've not always been there, but you're on the right side of this now. But what's it like? Can you describe the emotions of just the uncertainty of the next 24 hours?
Yeah, it's weird. Like you said, I've been on both sides of it. One where I felt like, I was, in Colorado, may possibly get traded. Thought, there was a good chance, but it ended up not happening. And then, it's nice to be here and be on the other side of feeling like we're going to add and just make some substantial moves. So that hasn't really been the case necessarily the last couple years, and I think, it's so nice and so relieving to be in that position to add because, we feel like the front office believes in us.
Trevor, for you personally, what's the consistency and durability for yourself, man? Like Alex Cora was telling us the other day, he feels like he's only given you a couple off days, and that is all it's been this year. For you to post almost every single day this year, what's that mean to you?
It means everything, because that's, I hang my hat on that a lot over my career. I take a lot of pride in being able, to be out there and be consistent and being someone that you can count on, especially playing shortstop. So it means a lot to me, and there's been a lot of work behind the scenes with my team back home, obviously with the Red Sox here. I feel like we have one of the best medical staffs, best training staffs, and it's a collaborative effort, so props to those guys too.
Here's to a better flight home, huh?
Oh my goodness, yes. Please.
I think you handled it really well. I mean, there were guys who were totally wearing it. That was absolutely insane. Thanks so much for taking the time, and let's have a smooth one home.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thanks, Trevor.
All right, that's Trevor's story. Red Sox roll 13-1. We said it last night. I really believe this. Mike, this goes back to Fort Myers. I think he's the most important player on the team in a lot of ways. He solidifies the defense at shortstop. All these other guys, there's upside. Roman has been an incredible story. Duran, Cedon is having a breakout kind of a year. You know what you're going to get from these other people. But I said it again last night. Like when he's going, The offense is so different on both ends. He's either a dynamic shortstop, but when his bat, it just gives that layer between the Bregmans, Durans, Abreu's of the world. The sky's the limit when Trevor's going.
Totally agree. And I think we focus so much on the top three in Alex Cora's new look lineup. Roman Anthony leading off, Alex Bregman hitting second, Jarren Duran hitting third. Trevor Story's been hitting fourth in all these games. And yeah, outside of the first game here when he went 0 for 5, he's had huge swings, and it's not down the order. Like, it is right in the middle of that and making sure that it doesn't stop after Duran. And yeah, continuing what those three have done. You look at his numbers overall. It's a 708 OPS. That's basically league average. So as he said, May was awful. He felt good about April. The start he got off to, it was really good in June. Things started to turn. It's heating up here again at the end of July. You look at what a league average bat is at shortstop. He runs the bases at an elite level. He's going to be 20-20 this year, if not more than that. And he's played really good defense. I think the defense has been really impressive. He keeps making that play in the hole, the jump throw with regularity here recently. I think he's flown under the radar, and maybe people are kind of latching on to the way that May looked for him. I think he's really flown under the radar with a good season.
I think the thing that he's done these last 2 days is with his young team that does ride waves of energy and emotion and momentum. He's gotten big swings. He got it started today. Yesterday, that 2-run homer. I mean, Bregman's in the middle of it, but that homer let everybody breathe. I think particularly Lucas Giolito could just exhale and say, all right, I'm just going to attack these hitters. So yet another successful series and afternoon in Minneapolis. 13-1 is the final score. We'll continue on with the Nissan post-game show. By the way, Arbella Insurance Foundation, dedicated to striking out cancer by supporting the Jimmy Fund. Red Sox pitchers, each strikeout means $50 to the Jimmy Fund. It started tonight with Bello, who, by the way, was just outstanding for 7 really good innings, and then they went to Chris Murphy. Bello was trying to dodge Alex Cora in the dugout and stay in the game. Bello tonight struck out 4. Murphy did not, but he was efficient. So another $200 donated to the Jimmy Fund to help strike out cancer. Arbella here for the Jimmy Fund and here for good. Every double the Red Sox hit, we donate $50 to the American Diabetes Association, brought to you in part by the Mass Health Connector. If you need health insurance, go to mahealthconnector.org and find the right plan for you and your family. We had 4 doubles today. Wong, Story, Roman, Anthony, and Duran. 174 total for $8,700 donated. Story went deep, so did Duran, so did Romy, and so did Massa against Cody Clemens. Every 4-bagger the Red Sox hit this season. Red Sox Radio Network donates $40 to Cars for Kids. We're making our donation. You should too. 877 Cars for Kids or carsforkids.com to donate your car today. Scores, play of the game, and more after this. The Shaws and Star Market, WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
College football summer is no time to slouch because we are taking you to school on the Cover 3 podcast, part of the CBS Sports Podcast Network. It's time for our annual summer school series as we take time to break down some of your favorite teams with experts and insiders who know these depth charts from top to bottom. But summer school is just extra credit as we go through positional drafts, player rankings, and more. Follow and listen to the Cover 3 podcast on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
A scorcher of a day is the perfect time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
With lots to do. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the Dew.
Contact dealer for details. Ends 8.
Your burger is served, and this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. Its sweet profile perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger.
That is one perfect combination. Burgers deserve Pepsi.
$4.25.
Arbella Insurance has been doing business in the New England community for over 35 years. They're your friends, your neighbors, and fellow Boston fans. They do the wave at the ballpark together and get stuck in the same Sturo Drive traffic. At Arbella, being your neighbor helps them provide you with the coverage you need to drive, live, or run a business in this part of the country we call home. Arbella, here for Boston fans, here for good.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like, to check you have your phone first, before the cab pulls away.
Hey, thanks, man. No, wait, my phone, come back! It's got my boarding pass, credit cards, phone numbers, my life, come back!
Checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
From the WEEI studios, 93.7 WEEI FM and HD1, Lawrence, Boston. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
At some health systems, cancer care can make you feel like a number. At South Coast Health Cancer Care, you're more than a diagnosis. We offer the most advanced treatments and the latest surgical advancements, led by a connected team of experts who not only see your cancer, but all of you. Because healing isn't just medicine. It's compassion, it's connection, it's care that knows your story and walks along with you. We are South Coast Health Cancer Care. Visit southcoast.org/cancercare.
Celebrate the night.
Hey there, I'm Kendra Adachi, and my show, The Lazy Genius Podcast, helps you be a genius about the things that matter and lazy about the things that don't, and you get to decide what matters. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm here to give you a new way to see. Episodes of the Lazy Genius Podcast are full of compassionate time management tips and permission slips to do what makes sense for you. New episodes drop every Monday. Follow and listen to the Lazy Genius Podcast on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Go shopping, get rewarded. Arbella Insurance has been doing business in the New England community for over 35 years. They're your friends, your neighbors, and fellow Boston fans. They do the wave at the ballpark together and get stuck in the same Sturo Drive traffic. At Arbella, being your neighbor helps them provide you with the coverage you need to drive, live, or run a business in this part of the country we call home. Arbella, here for Boston fans, here for good.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6812. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 five-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6812. That's 800-575-6812. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Hi, it's Joe Giacalone here, owner of Arch Painting. When it comes to painting your home, whether it's your entire exterior or a few rooms in the inside, you want it done right, you want it done on time, and you want it to last. That's where Arch Painting comes in. For nearly 30 years, we've made homes look beautiful all across New England with reliable painting services and craftsmanship you can count on. Our award-winning service and no payments until you're satisfied guarantees you'll love the results. And right now, we're offering 15% off interior and exterior residential projects of $5,000 or more if painted before September 1st. That's right, 15% off your entire residential project. For a free estimate, give us a call at 1-844-ARCH-PAINTING or visit us online at archpainting.com.
Your vision brought to life. Arch Painting. Your vision brought to life.
Hart, Fitzy, and Johnson.
Weekdays 2 to 6.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Here's Jaron, first pitch. Durant swings and he skies one. Right field and struck well. Wallner looks up. It is gone to the upper deck at Target Field. Jarren Duran unloads for the second day in a row. A tape measure shot. And it's 8-1 Red Sox in the sixth.
Yep, that one broke it open. The McFarland Energy play of the game. Upgrade your air conditioning system before the summer rush at McFarlandEnergy.com. This young team has a lot of streaky hitters, Mike, and Jarren is among them. And when he gets going, man, think about the last few weeks that he's had. Hit one 437 at Fenway last night, 446. Tonight, 416. He is unloading to the pull side, and you just have to say it again. What a stroke of genius to rework this lineup, to put Anthony up top. He's unmoved by that. And then Bregman and Duran. It's an awesome sequencing at the top.
Love it. And then you get Story as well right behind him. And Willier had a big game yesterday. Romy Gonzalez provided in the sixth spot today. And Masataka Yoshida had a couple of hits. He had the two-run single in the fifth when the game was still real at that point. Homered his first of the season off the position player, Cody Clemens. Cedon looked better at the plate yesterday, had some good moments, and then Connor Wong has finally got going a little bit as well. Yeah, good offensive series, but it all starts with those three guys.
Fun to win, fun to be buyers, and you heard Trevor's Story talk about it, how nice it is to have no doubt. And again, you know, Craig Breslow has a tough job right now, and because, listen, if you want to get the guys that are rumored out there, the impact controllable starters, which is their MO. If you're not just thinking rental starters, which, by the way, I think could help the Red Sox too, but you can imagine that right now, as Craig, you know, kind of pokes around for people like Ryan and Keller and Cabrera, that they're saying, okay, it's Tolley, it's Campbell, it is more than that. And so that people want additions. Stop photoshopping and pay attention, Mike. The difference is that whether or not that's doable remains to be seen. But you know he knows well enough as a former player and a guy who is dying to have this team make a deep run. He's trying everything he can to make impact moves right now.
I'm so excited to see what happens. It's different having an off day, and I get what you're saying totally. It would be great to be in the ballpark, any ballpark, to see it all unfold. It's pretty cool to sit back, too, and just watch the whole sport move tomorrow and today. And you were saying to me, like, this flight's going to be fun to see what happens on the flight. I just get the sense they're going to be aggressive because Craig Breslow has had a flair for being aggressive and making a bold move. And that's my instinct. I think it could be something to that effect here over the next, 25 hours and 50 minutes.
It's going to be a fun flight because it wasn't our last flight.
Yes.
that alone is positive.
That's what the Photoshop work is right now. We're trying to get Trevor Story's face into Denzel Washington's flight movie poster.
Can't wait. There might be some cocktails for some guys on the plane. We'll see, like Denzel in that film. Subaru New England scoreboard. The Blue Jays do hang on and beat the Orioles 9-8. So the Red Sox will be 5 back going into tomorrow and the trade deadline. But there's so many other teams in the mix. The Sox hoping for a Yankee loss tonight. See if the Mariners and Rangers can falter again. And that's the point that Alex Cora made before the game. They had a great day yesterday. They made up ground on so many clubs, and it's still early to worry too much about that. But every day like that is a good one. Make it a Subaru summer with symmetrical all-wheel drive. Get your